the coastal, integrating the coastal as well as the inland waterways, that will give immense boost to the investor which they can come and invest. I believe that this potential can be achieved with the help of all of us. Once again, my best wishes for the Global Maritime India Summit 2023, and I wish all the participants. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, I invite the Additional Secretary, Transport, Government of Tripura, Shri Subrata Chaudhary, to kindly share his views on this occasion.
Good morning to all. Respected dignitaries in the dais, respected delegates, it is really a pleasant moment to be here and say something about inland water transport development in our state and in the northeastern region. At the very beginning, I want to express my gratitude and thanks to Ministry of Shipping, Ports and Waterways for organizing this summit in the northeastern region. I had opportunity to join another summit at Dibrugarh also in the last year. So within 1 year, organizing such a big summit is really very significant for the northeastern region, and it also indicates how much interested is the central government to develop the northeastern region. Inland waterway is not a new concept actually. During pre-independence period, northeastern region mainly connected through waters with the mainland only. But after partition and all, this inland waterways has been disrupted, and we concentrated on roadways and other railways. Although this waterway is one of the cheapest mode of transportation. The ministry has taken initiative for development of our state also, or IWT development of our state. Recently, the ministry has sanctioned 25 crore for dredging up the Sunamura Dautkanti road. There is a portion of the Indian portion from Srimantapur to Sunamura, 40 kilometer dredging. So we have taken up the work, and work has been already awarded. And as Ashutosh sir mentioned, that one permanent jetty also being constructed with 6.9 crore. And we have given proposal for development of 4 other major rivers also, including this Feni river of Sabrum, which is actually only 75 kilometer away from the Chittagong port, and it is the nearest point for the northeastern region to access the Chittagong port. I am very happy that the ministry has considered this project on priority and see that it is going to be implemented, and we northeastern state will have access, easy access to this port. Sunamura Dautkanti road has been declared as Indo-Bangla Protocol road in the year 2020, May 2020, and for development of this road, the central government and state government is very keen. Once dredging is completed, we can link with our national waterways 1 and national waterways 16. Once we establish the link, it will reduce the distance by 1/3. And it will be also, as we know, the waterway is the cost-effective mode of the transportation. Among the all mode of transportation, waterway is it is 25 to 40% less than other waterways. So once we can establish link with national waterways, then the economic growth of the northeastern region will be very fast, will be very rapid. Besides this, we are also taking up the work for construction of 10 community floating jetties on the Sunamura Daudkandi road with the financial assistance from the ministry. And I also very hopeful that recently the ministry also revised the scheme guideline, especially for the northeastern region, to give some incentive and some component to be included in the realizing the needs of the northeastern region. Something has been come up with the policies. So it is also a very positive note and welcome step from the ministry. And as all of you know, recently the government of Bangladesh have allowed Indian government to access 4 routes: Chittagong to Sitakondo, Agartala Akhaura, Mongla Akhaura, Chittagong Bibir Bazar Srimantapur, that is in Tripura, Mongla Agartala also in Tripura, Akhaura Agartala in Tripura, and Mongla Bibir Bazar to Srimantapur. So once we can access all these ports, and we have well developed waterways, so time is not very far that Tripura may become one of the, gateway for the northeastern region. These waterways access to Bangladesh and the mainland of India, not only benefit our state Tripura, but other state of the northeastern region also. As Asusu sir was mentioning the multimodal mode of connectivity, I want to mention very proudly that the Agartala Akhaura rail link, it is on the verge of the completion, and it is in the final stage. And we had a meeting on 26th with the Ministry of MEA and other stakeholder department like custom, immigration and all. And in that meeting, it has been mentioned that it is likely to be inaugurated by Honorable Prime Minister of both the countries, India and Bangladesh, likely on 9th or 10th, when India is going to host the G20 summit. So it will be another breakthrough in the multimodal connectivity. And one more project is actually very important. There is a road project from Sabrum Moitri Setu, you know this, on the river Feni, which is connecting to Chittagong port. On the river Feni, the government of India has constructed one Setu, Moitri Setu. So with this Moitri Setu, we will have road connectivity access with the Bangladesh, with the Chittagong port and other part of the Bangladesh. So in this road also, this business volume will increase. So I mentioned 2 important projects in our state, which is recently benefit our state and the northeastern region. And I am very eager to listen from all the dignitaries and learn many things from all of you. And lastly, I want to mention, I can see our former Secretary Ministry of Shipping and Ports, And I am very proud to mention that he was our Chief Secretary also. He is our former Chief Secretary, sir, also. So, welcome, sir. Thank you, sir. And it is a very big thing to be here in front of you, sir. So, he was one of the most successful Chief Secretary in our state and very efficient. And in the ministry also, he had good name. So, sir, we feel proud and we will always we talk about you, sir. Thank you, sir. And thank you all the dignitaries from the various part of the country and from the other country. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir, for sharing your inputs. And yes, we welcome you, Sri Sanjeev Rajan, sir, to this session, and we look forward to hear from you in the next session, which is the minister's session. Well, now I'd invite the representative from Messrs. Kishore Bora, Sri Sandeepan Chakraborty, who will be giving a presentation on the construction of Approach Road, Pandu. Kindly, sir.
Good morning, everybody. It's a fine morning, and actually I would like to thank the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, the Inland Waterways Authority, all the dignitaries of the northeastern state that they have provided us an opportunity to have a small brief on the project which we are actually doing, which we are constructing. So already Shri Ashutosh ji had briefed about that particular project. I'm actually discussing of the project which is the approach route from NH27 to the Pandu terminal. This project came into being because though we had already the Pandu terminal which is getting upgraded quite massively, but there was the road connectivity issue which mainly was hampering the overall transport movement from the port to the other states and to the national highway. So, going forward, I just brief you on this particular thing. So basically what we have actually in this particular project, the main highlights are that this is just a 1 kilometer length which is getting constructed, out of which as you are aware that land availability is a major challenge in any state and in particularly a city area like Guwahati. So this project, one of the main thing which was there is that it actually has no land acquisition involved, and it has got certain highlights which we'll actually discuss. We have an audio visual for that. So now the project is under full swing. It is going along the side of Brahmaputra and we are directly connecting to NH27. So there is a small audio visual which actually will brief the entire project.
Authority of India to National Highway 27. This is the land of Assam, and this is Kamrup district. This is the mighty river Brahmaputra, and towards right, this is the Pandu port. This is the National Highway 27, from where we can connect to Guwahati city and the northeastern states. Now let's go through the proposal highlights and benefits of the project. The proposal is a signal-free dedicated corridor that reduces transit time from boat to highway from 1 hour to 5 minutes, maintaining a smooth vertical gradient which is ideal for container movement. It does not affect the Oil India pipeline corridor and other religious structures and does not involve any land acquisition. The proposed project will maintain smooth traffic speed at 40 km per hour to 30 km per hour. Inland Waterways Authority of India has signed an MOU with the Government of Assam for construction of an alternate road connecting IWAI Pandu Multimodal Port Terminal to National Highway 27 at Jalukbari Junction. This is the Pandu Port, the largest river port in Assam. It connects Bangladesh through the IBP protocol. The proposal starts from Khodilapur junction of NH27 in 151-meter proposed viaduct. It avoids the oil corridor, Ma Kamleshwari temple and LVUP. Elevated corridor is proposed for a length of 538 meters which passes below the two Horaighat bridges and terminates at Pandu port. This is the typical cross-section for elevated corridors. The UP costs rupees 33.96 crores and the elevated corridor costs rupees 58 crores. Overall civil cost is rupees 152.89 crores. The total project cost is rupees 176.61 crores. An overview once the project is completed. The approach road location from National Highway 27 at Khodilapur Underpass Circle. This is the Shiv Mandir. This is Khodilapur Transit Camp. Oil India gas pipeline running parallel along the existing road of 410 meters. This is Ma Kamleshwari temple. LVUP or vehicular underpass. The proposed 161-meter viaduct for a signal-free corridor. It avoids gas pipeline and the Ma Kamleshwari temple remains unaffected. The proposed 500-meter elevated corridor. It avoids gas pipeline crossing and maintains adequate vertical clearance and freeboard. Construction of.
So these are some, this is the brief of that in the IV. These are some construction activities which are going on here. So already the work is in full swing. So almost more than 76 files have been completed on the ground, and we are right now, of course, the Brahmaputra is running a bit high. The water levels are kind of high actually at this point of time. So otherwise the work is going very smoothly, and we are getting a lot of support from the local department members of the IWAI as well as the local PWD officials in sorting out various issues particular to having some pipelines coming in between, like water pipelines which need to be shifted, and some quick decisions have been taken in this regard, and I really want to thank the officials of IWI as well as the PWD officials of Assam for supporting us on all these aspects, and hopefully we should be completing this entire project within the timeline. I would like to just thank you on this note, and I can take questions during the question session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We do have a Q&A session at the end. Now, may I invite our last speaker for the first session, the Director, Messrs. AC Roy Shipbuilders Private Limited, Shri Pulastarai.
Final. Thank you. A very good morning to the august audience and the honorable guests. I am here to apprise you all with the relevance and potential of the Global Maritime India Summit. So let me start by taking this opportunity of referring a Bengali quote which my grandmother would most frequently use while I was growing up, and it goes on to say, "Brikho tomar naam ki, pholo noy porichoyote," which when translated in English would mean fruit is the true identity of the tree. Drawing such an allegory, may I state that here I am standing on this dais, sharing my views on the maritime industry, coming from a small family-run MSME shipyard with operations of more than 60 years, stands testimony to the fact that our government is keen to listen to the voice of the industry and going on to take those inputs to shape the policy which in turn would shape our nation. Now that you know that I come here representing our Indian private shipbuilding industry, may I state that our core competence is in inland shipbuilding, which is a very specialized craft. I have made this small presentation which would try and illustrate certain important trivias of the maritime economy, and there is a part of the presentation which would highlight which in our opinion is required in the form of certain interventions of the government to champion the cause of our growth story, as has been envisioned by our Honorable Prime Minister in the form of Amrit Kal. So the first slide, if you can see, it gives you a little brief of the strategic importance of shipbuilding in our nation. Shipbuilding, among other manufacturing activities, has one of the highest employment multipliers of 6.48 and is capable of generating mass employment provided done in basic process control. Strategically speaking, shipbuilding is critical to energy security and national defense. Shipbuilding, due to its huge dependence on infrastructure and services as well, has the potential to strengthen the mission of an Atmanirbhar Bharat, as has been envisioned by our highest policy makers. Now the next bullet, if you see, the global shipbuilding market currently is pegged at USD 170 billion and is expected to grow to USD 230 billion by 2028 at a CAGR of 5.45%. Now the next slide is a little disheartening, being from the industry, which states that shipbuilding market in our country at the moment is only 7.1 billion and is expected to reach to only 8.76 billion in 2028. And research reports suggest that India's contribution to commercial shipbuilding is currently globally less than 1%, which is far lower, which is even far lower than 3.5%, which was the highest at one point of time that we had achieved in 2007. Now, addressing these disparities and issues, our incumbent government has come up with certain policy interventions, which I would like to highlight. The first is the Shipbuilding Financial Assistance Scheme. In this scheme, the government has envisaged to provide shipbuilding assistance to Indian shipyards in a phased manner for shipbuilding activity undertaken both for domestic markets and overseas markets. The details of the assistance are just depicted on the other side. May I add here that with this assistance, we as a small shipyard have been able to compete in an export order in Maldives for their government of finance for certain waste management vessels, competing with shipyards from Singapore, Malaysia and Bangladesh, and we hope that that project would take up some time. The next policy intervention was awarding infrastructure status to shipbuilding industry. As Sir was saying, that the same has been given in the state of Assam as well, which will go on to help the seamless financing of shipbuilding projects, which is a key hold point at this stage. And then there has been another very important intervention at the policy stage, which is promulgation of the right of first refusal towards chartering of any Indian flag or Indian built vessels for all major government hirings. I'll go on to the next slide. The next couple of slides would illustrate that how this shipbuilding financial assistance scheme has gone on to aid in creation of certain state-of-the-art national assets. The first slide that you see over here, this was built with the financial assistance and for IWAI. This is a tug barge flotilla. As you can see, this was a very innovative design where a tug with steerable rudder propulsion, which is azimuth drive, was commissioned to assist 2 barges, each of carrying capacity of 1,000 tons. Now, what it does is basically it provides flexibility in terms of cargo carrying volume by having the option of towing either 1 barge with the tug or 2 barges at the same time, depending on the availability of draft in the river and also the cargo volumes. Given that we have such huge tidal variations in NW1 and NW2 in between the monsoon and the lean seasons. So this flexibility was a key design parameter which we believe has been successfully achieved. The next slide is again a Ro-Ro ferry vessel for IWAI. This was also again a very innovative design where for the first time an inland RoPax vessel was fitted with a bow thruster to ensure seamless cross-river berthing on an inclined jetty to negate strong river currents of NW2. These are some of the salient features. You can go through them. The next slide is an oil spill recovery vessel which was built and commissioned for Chennai Port Trust. This was also with the aid of the shipbuilding financial assistance. This vessel is a critical vessel which is meant to contain any sort of oil spill if it so happens in the harbor and port areas. And I can take this opportunity to proudly claim that this was the first indigenously designed and built oil spill recovery vessel that has ever been owned by any of the port trusts of our country. The next slide, as you can see, this was commissioned very recently in the year 2021, among in between the peak of the pandemic, and yet the vessel was delivered and the project was completed on schedule. This is a liquid ammonia gas carrier. This was built for an organization called Fertilizer and Chemical Company of Travancore, FACT as it is called, under the Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers of the Government of India. Now, as you may be aware that for production of urea, liquid ammonia is the main raw content, which we have to import from other countries. This vessel is intended to carry that liquid ammonia from the port of Willingdon Island through the backwaters of Kerala into the plant of FACT. And as you can see, these are stored in cryogenic bullets, 4 cryogenic bullets, where the liquid ammonia is stored in -320°F. And this was built, I must say, thanks to the shipbuilding financial assistance, that we could, as a MSME shipyard, we could make a lot of capacity augmentation, and we have gone on to build and commission this vessel successfully. The next slide that I'm going on to is I'd like to draw the attention of the policymakers, because there's a key slide where we believe that certain intervention in terms of augmentation of infrastructure is required, and if this once done will go a long way in sending a confidence building measure to the private sector, which unfortunately has not been able to connect in and explore themselves in this sector as we would have liked to. As you can see, the points are there. Ensuring a draft of at least 2.5 meter throughout the year by undertaking regular dredging activities. Provide adequate hardware in the form of passenger and cargo crafts on the waterways by undertaking such capital acquisition. Now, may I add over here that, given the present volatility of the market and the unavailability of, or I would say the liquidity crunch in the market, the lack of liquidity, it is probably unfair on the private sector to expect make this huge capital acquisition in the form of the hardware. So I believe that needs to be taken up by the government at this stage, where the hardware can be sourced by the government and can be run by the private sector once that is put into the waters. The third point is provide a reasonably accurate and dynamic river information system, which is we are in the age of information technology, and information is key. So it is imperative to have a basic river information system in place. Then finally, provide, as sir was saying, that Assam has already made provision for night navigation and ferries are moving in the night. So this is one key where. Sure. So this night navigation needs to be done. I'm told to brief down my presentation, so I'll just quickly go on to the next 2 points, which are very key. Now, IWAI is one of the largest fleet owner, civil fleet owner, and has currently about 160 odd vessels. Unfortunately, on the rivers, we really do not have a freshwater bunkering system, be it on the shore or be it in the form of afloat facilities, I mean water barges. And this is something is of strategic and imperative importance that the crew, the inland crew, deserves to have in terms of basic needs and human rights, that we provide this freshwater bunkering. As of now, they mostly use river water which is treated with potash alarm, or they use shore-based packaged water which finally goes on to be disposed into the water, which brings to my second point, that we need a waste management facility in the permanent terminals that are being constructed by IWAI. I'll just quickly run through the next 3 slides, which are the present infrastructure works. As Gautam sir was saying, that these are being undertaken. This 13 community jetties which are being constructed in the state of Bihar and Jharkhand. As you can see, there's one photograph. So out of the 13, 8 of them have already been launched. They are on the waters as we speak, and that's the depiction of one of them. Similarly, we are doing some 7 tourist jetties for NW2, as you can see the sites. The third one is the quick pontoon opening mechanism. This is we are doing in the state of Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. These are some salient features. The design is already in place. This is being vetted by IRS. And finally, I would like that we in all this, in choosing the infrastructure that we rightly choose for a greener future, which we owe to the our future generation, we apply our mind and we move to a sustainable transport module. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you for your inputs. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are expecting the Honorable Union Minister to be here with us in a short while from now, and immediately after his arrival, we will be starting our second session. Now we will have a very short Q&A. So if you have any queries, you want to share your thoughts, please feel free. Sir, would you kindly take it forward?
Yes, as Minister is expected shortly, we should have a very quick two, three questions as far as Q&A is concerned. So please raise your hands and we can quickly discuss that. Please raise your hand as far as different presentations are concerned, so we can have a quick Q&A session.
Can we have a volunteer with a cordless, please?
In case there is no question, then we can close this session to reorganize the sitting arrangement. Whether there is a question? Yes, please. Do you want to ask? Okay. Yes, please.
My question to Mr. Adil Khan. What are the benefits right now as an industry that the state government is giving to the shipbuilders or shipyards if we plan to newly establish?
Yes, so it is in two parts. Investment above 100 crores, the government has a customized policy facility. So you ask for it and you will get it, right? If you are investing more than 100 crores. But less than 100 crores, the standard which is available under the industrial policy, that is, there is capital subsidy incentives are there, the SGST reimbursement is there, power subsidy is there. So a lot of other things, and you know, so and we would like to promote this industry here. So in case anybody is willing to set up, we can always discuss and make available any kind of facility that you require. So the government is will support it in all the ways possible.
Okay, thank you.
Plus all the registrations work, the ease of doing business. You know, we have the single window system here. The disposal rate is 99.23% right now in the online services, and also I mean the business climate, investment climate is absolutely wonderful as of now in the state of Assam.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other question? Okay. So with this, thank you so much everyone again, and we close this session. And now I again request the MC to take care of it.
Thank you, sir. We thank all our dignitaries for sharing their inputs. It was definitely enlightening to know about the different aspects of infrastructure. We will now take a break for tea and assemble again in another 10-15 minutes before the arrival of the Honorable Union Minister. Thank you, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, our chief guest, the Honorable Union Minister, would be here with us in a short while. I'd request everyone to kindly take their seats. I'd request all our guests to kindly take their seats. The Honorable Union Minister would be here with us in a short while. I'd request all our guests to kindly take their seat. We are about to begin the next session. I'd request all our guests to kindly settle down. Honorable Union Minister Sir would be here with us. I once again request all our guests to kindly take their seat. We are about to begin the next session and we are expecting the Honorable Union Minister Srijut Hormananda Khonwal Mahoday to be here with us in a short while. I request all our guests to kindly take their seat. We are about to begin the next session. সকলো অতিথিকে আসন গ্ৰহণ কৰিবলৈ মই বিনম্ৰ অনুৰোধ জনালো। খন্তেক সময় পাছতে আমাৰ মাজত আহি উপস্থিত হ'বহি মাননীয় কেন্দ্ৰীয় মন্ত্ৰী শ্ৰীযুত সৰ্বানন্দ সোণোৱাল মহোদয়। আপোনাক সমক আসন গ্ৰহণ কৰিবলৈ মই অনুৰোধ জনালো। In another 2 minutes, we'll be starting the next session. I request everyone to kindly settle down. I once again request all our guests to kindly take their seats. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the Honorable Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways and Ayush, Srijut Horbananda Honual Mohoday. We welcome you, sir, and I request you to kindly take your seat on the dais. I'll also invite on the dais the Honorable Minister of Transport, Fisheries and Excise, Government of Assam, Shri Porimal Shukloboddha Mohoday, the Honorable Minister of Industries and Commerce and Public Enterprises, Cultural Affairs, Government of Assam, Shri Bimal Bora Mohoday, the Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Mama Natung Mohoday. We also welcome the Honorable MLA and Advisor, Transport and Technical Education, Government of Nagaland, Shri Temzem Namba, the Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Shri T.K. Ramachandran, the Chairman, National Shipping Board, Shri Sanjeev Ranjan, the Chairman, Inland Waterways Authority of India, Shri Sanjay Bandyopadhyay, Mr. Mohammad Manowar Uzzaman, Joint Secretary, Member Planning and Operation, Beuta, His Excellency Ruhul Amin, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh and Head of the Mission in Guwahati, Mr. Furpa Sharing, the Vice Consul, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General, Guwahati. And I request all our guests present to kindly settle down. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly rise for the state anthem. Namaskar. Ladies and gentlemen, India has a rich maritime heritage, and the earliest reference to maritime activities is found in the Rig Veda. Indian mythology has numerous episodes pertaining to the ocean, the sea, and the rivers, with beliefs that mankind has been benefited from the wealth of the seas and ocean. Today, under the able leadership of the Honorable Union Minister, Srijut Horbananda Honual Mohoday, a crucial step has been taken towards promoting the maritime sector's growth, fostering collaboration, and creating opportunities for stakeholders. Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways and the Inland Waterways Authority of India has organized this pre-event roadshow here at Guwahati to pave the way for the highly anticipated third Global Maritime India Summit 2023. Well, this summit, a global platform that will serve as a catalyst for investment, collaboration, innovation, and promotion of opportunities in India's maritime sector. The summit will witness the convergence of global maritime players, policymakers, regulators, investors, and other stakeholders who are integral to the growth of the industry. I extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Union Minister of Ports, Shipping, Waterways and Ayush, Government of India, Srijut Horbananda Khonwal Mahoday, the Honorable Minister of Transport, Fisheries and Excise, Government of Assam, Srijut Porimal Hukloboido Mahoday, the Honorable Minister of Industries and Commerce and Public Enterprises and Cultural Affairs, Government of Assam, Srijut Bimal Bora Mahoday, Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Mama Natung Mahoday, respected dignitaries on the dais, government officials, industry captains, maritime sector stakeholders, enthusiasts and members of the media. We begin this session with a felicitation of our dignitaries. For that, I would request the Secretary, Shri T.K. Ramachandran sir, to kindly welcome our chief guest, the Honorable Union Minister, Srijut Horbananda Khonwal Mahoday. Thank you, sir. Now I would request the Chairman IWAI, Sri Sanjay Bandopadhyay sir, to kindly welcome Honorable Minister Srijut Porimal Hukloboido Mahoday. We now welcome the Honorable Minister Srijut Bimal Bora Mahoday. I now request the Member Traffic and Logistics, Shri Vinayak Azadji, to kindly welcome our dignitaries on the dais. We welcome the Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Mama Natung Mahoday. We welcome you, sir. We welcome the Honorable MLA and Advisor, Transport and Technical Education, Government of Nagaland, Shri Tenzin Namba. We welcome you, sir. We now welcome the Secretary, Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Shri T.K. Ramachandraji. We welcome the Chairman, National Shipping Board, Shri Sanjeev Ranjan Mahoday. We welcome you, sir. We welcome the Chairman, Inland Waterways Authority of India, Shri Sanjay Bandopadhyay Mahoday. We also welcome His Excellency Ruhul Amin, Assistant High Commissioner of Bangladesh and Head of the Mission to Guwahati. We welcome you, sir, and I request you to kindly take your seat on the dais. We welcome you, sir. We also welcome the Joint Secretary, Member Planning and Operation, Buta, Mohammad Manor Ul-Zaman Mahoday. We welcome Vice Consul, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General, Guwahati, Mr. Furpa Shering. We once again welcome all our dignitaries present here. Ladies and gentlemen, to invoke the blessings of the divine to grant us an auspicious beginning, I would now humbly request Honorable Union Minister Srijut Horbananda Khonwal Mahoday and the dignitaries on the dais to kindly light the ceremonial lamp. Thank you, everyone. I'd request you all to kindly take your seat. May I now request the Chairman, IWAI, Shri Sanjay Bandyopadhyay ji, to kindly deliver the welcome address.
Respected Shri Sarvanand Sonwal ji, Honorable Minister of Port, Shipping and Waterways and Ayush, Government of India, Honorable Shri Parimal Shukla Baid ji, Honorable Minister of Transport, Fisheries and Excise Department, Government of Assam, Shri Bimal Bora ji, Honorable Minister of Industries and Commerce and Public Enterprises, Cultural Affairs, Government of Assam, Shri Mama Natung, Honorable Minister of Water Resources, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Temjen Memba, MLA and Advisor, Transport and Technical Education, Government of Nagaland, Shri T.K. Ramchandran ji, Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping and Waterways, Shri Sanjeev Ranjan, Chairman of the National Shipping Board, Mr. Mohammad Munawwar Uz-Zaman, Joint Secretary and Member, Planning and Operation, Bangladesh Inland Water Transport Authority, Mr. Furfa Shering, Vice Consul, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General, Guwahati, the Assistant High Commissioner, Guwahati, Government of Bangladesh, dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, friends from media. Today is the event, it's a road show for the GMIS. The GMIS and its detail will be shown to you shortly in a video film and in the speeches given by Honorable Minister and the Secretary. But to take this advantage of the water transport in northeastern region, we have invited the government, various agencies, the trade from all the 8 states of the northeastern region. During this event, we are in the minister's session, but before that, from 10 a.m. in the morning, the session on infrastructure had begun, in which the representative of state governments presented the development being done in the inland water transport by the state government in the respective area, connecting the rivers with the neighboring states, and also the private sector infrastructure companies presented their contribution into it and their views. Just after this minister's session, there will also be a session on the trade, in which the logistic companies, the Chamber of Commerce, the various manufacturing and trading companies will present their point of view, including the agencies from the state government. The Ministry of Port, Shipping, Waterways and the IWAI is trying to develop the inland water transport system in these 20 rivers which are notified as the national waterways. But there are several other rivers which are connected to the national waterways. These national waterways, Brahmaputra is one of the largest and the longest river, which 891 kilometer is declared as the national waterway. And a lot of work is being done, right from Dubri to Jogigopa. In Dubri, connectivity is being worked out. The entire stretch from Dubri to Bogibeel is being dredged so that water level is available. The Pandu terminal is being connected through wider road, elevated road. A ship repair facility is being constructed. The state government has also taken a World Bank project on developing the waterway through terminals and improving the vessels and other activities. The Prime Minister had launched the Skill Development Center, in which many young people of this region took training on basic courses for moving on the vessel, and we will also be adding courses so that they can further upgrade into sea-going ships. A large cargo jetty is being constructed in Bogibeel so that the cargo in the far eastern districts of Assam and neighboring Arunachal and Nagaland can be brought and transported through waterway. In a recent survey done, presently in 2023, the total transportation of cargo was 5.6 million ton in the northeastern region, in which a lot was exported to Bangladesh. And for the 47 projection, our estimate is nearly 29 million ton, 30 million ton of cargo can be moved. So looking at the potential, we are trying to develop with the help of the state government the river system, river water transport system. So presently fly ash, steel products, food grains, stone aggregates, coal and cotton are coming and going. But more and more cargo is being added in form of other construction material, household goods and domestic cargo, limestone. We want to add tea, fruits and vegetables. Of course, you must have seen that over-dimensional cargo for Numaligarh refinery has been transported on the river, which would be very difficult to be taken through road. It has come all the way from Haldia, Kolkata Haldia up to Numaligarh, and more such cargo will follow. This has been the most cheapest and optimum solution. So looking at the huge potential of water transport in the northeastern region, we are developing this river system. The Barak River is another where we are developing, upgrading the terminals of Karimganj and Badarpur. We are discussing with our friends of Bangladesh to dredge the Barak River, which is Kushiari, in Bangladesh, so that more trade can go. Many traders of India want to invest into terminals and business in Bangladesh. Similarly, when Honorable Minister took a meeting in Silchar, a lot of traders from Bangladesh showed their interest in bringing cargo to these two terminals on the Barak River. Cargo from Dubri to Chilmari is increasing. We will be upgrading the Dubri terminal because we want to make the waiting time as the least possible for the vessels there. A new water transport link from Maya in West Bengal to Rajshahi, Aricha is being developed. Bangladesh has shown interest. A lot of stones and food grain goes from there to Bangladesh, and the pulses and fish comes to India. So this has, now it mostly goes through road, but this will decongest the road. Similarly, Tripura is connected to the Bay of Bengal through the river system, the Gumti River, that is being dredged by the state government, as was told in the presentation earlier, and Bangladesh is dredging on their side so that Daud Kandi is connected, and through the water system the cargo can go to the nearest ports of Chittagong. To promote this, lot of MOUs have been signed, and the private sector is showing interest. Tata Steel wants to move steel, Brahmaputra crackers and polymers. The Numaligarh refinery had signed the MOU earlier for the ODCs, and recently, last week, the same day they signed for movement of their products from Jogigopa to Bangladesh and Haldia. Ultratech Cements wants to transport their cargo. We have signed 3 MOUs with private sector at Maya to develop terminals with full private investment. Similarly, Merck's also shown interest in transporting containers from Haldia as well as Pandu and Dubri to Bangladesh, and seeing the growth of water transport in this area, we are increasing the investment here. Investment of at least 1,000 crore is taking place in this area, which can increase as the demand for cargo grows. And one of the byproduct of infrastructure in cargo is the cruise tourism. You had already seen that Honorable Prime Minister had flagged the Ganga Vilas from Varanasi, which crossed through 27 river system. 51 days it reached Bogibeel. It will start again on 1st of October. And many more cruises of local Assam, those stationed at Kolkata, are moving and have shown interest. In addition, Bangladesh cruise companies are also now will be calling upon in Kolkata and Assam. So there will be a interaction and a movement of cruise tourism, and we see a lot of traction in this, lot of demand in more terminals. It is very easy, wherever there is a demand, we are constructing the floating jetties. Large jetties like Jogigopa, Pandu, Bogibeel are for cargo, but smaller jetties at smaller places where quick getting down and alighting the vessels is required, that also we are constructing with the help of state government. So this is an event in which we are requesting all the stakeholders to make up their mind to come and invest into this sector of water transport. And finally in October 17 to 19, this GMIS will give them opportunity, a big platform in Delhi, in which the whole world will come to Delhi. Whoever is in the maritime and water transport sector, they will be there in form of technology, bringing the latest technology on the trading platforms, the softwares, various vessel manufacturers, owner, financing, whatever can be thought of in the maritime sector will be there. And it's the time that the entire northeastern trade and the construction company should take advantage of this opportunity and participate in huge numbers in the GMIS. I again welcome all of you in this event, and as we go forward, we'll interact and we'll try to give you more and more information. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for setting the tone of this ceremony. Well, ladies and gentlemen, our nation and Bhutan share a very unique and exemplary bilateral relationship which are based on mutual trust, goodwill and understanding. Today, we are elated to have amidst us from the Royal Government of Bhutan, the Vice Consul, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General Guwahati, Mr. Purpa Shering Ji. I would request you, sir, to kindly share your thoughts on this occasion.
Your Excellency, Shri Savananda Sonowalji, Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, and Ayush, Government of India, Honorable Ministers of Governments of Assam and Arunachal Pradesh, the Honorable MLA from Government of Nagaland, Assistant High Commissioner Bangladesh in Guwahati, distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor and privilege for me to attend the Roadshow in Guwahati, a preliminary event of the 3rd edition of Global Maritime India Summit 2023. On behalf of my Consul General, who has not been able to attend this event due to prior engagements, and on my own behalf, I would like to thank the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Government of India, and in particular, the Guwahati-based Inland Waterways Authority of India for the kind invitation. Being among the top maritime countries in the world, strategically located on key international maritime trade routes, placed with an extensive coastline of 7,500 kilometers, more than 14,500 kilometers of potentially navigable waterways, more than 200 ports, and about 90% of its trade handled through coastal shipping and inland waterways, abound with a series of exciting developments. It's truly befitting that the Government of India is going to host the 3rd edition of Global Maritime India Summit 2023 from 17th to 19th of October in Pragati Maidan, New Delhi. I have no doubt that the summit will be a resounding success in bringing together different maritime stakeholders on one single platform to discuss and deliberate on issues concerning this sector in fostering collaboration and investment partnerships. Our two nations have deep ties of friendship and collaboration ranging across trade and tourism, culture, education, and science and technology, and people-to-people ties. More than 80% of our trade is with India, and the remaining is with other countries through India. As a landlocked country, we benefit immensely from the many modes of connectivity provided by India, including the inland waterways. Apart from the vast oceans of India, the national waterways 1 and 2, that's Ganga and Brahmaputra, are directly benefiting Bhutan's trade with India and other countries, connecting us together, creating opportunities for collaboration. And this aligns with the apt theme for this year's Global Maritime India Summit: Connect, Collaborate, and Create. Under our bilateral Treaty of Trade, Commerce and Transit, the Government of India has given Bhutan access to important sea and riverine ports, namely Haldia, Kolkata, Mumbai, Chennai, Dhubri, Pandu, and Jogikopa. We have active trade going on in Dhubri port, which will only pick up with time, and soon we will be accessing Pandu and Jogikopa. We are excited to see, under the dynamic leadership of Your Excellency, the Honorable Union Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways, so many ongoing projects and initiatives, and the ones in pipeline to develop port handling infrastructure at various riverine ports in this region. We are keenly following the development of multimodal logistics park in Jogikopa, which will unleash immense opportunities for growth and prosperity and help economic integration of the region. Thanks to the great rivers of Brahmaputra and Ganga, though we don't share direct land border with Bangladesh, we are brought much closer together. Like with India, we also have a friendly trade arrangement with Bangladesh government, which gives Bhutan access to several important ports in that country. With the many initiatives being undertaken, rivers truly can become a bridge between nations, bringing higher prosperity and happiness. We have also seen with great admiration the successful voyage of Ganga Vilas from Varanasi to Dibrugarh early this year, injecting a newer perspective on maritime tourism in the region. Several important historical sites are located on the riverbanks, like the beautiful Peacock Island, which we call as Kunga Fodang in our language, the Hajo Temple, and Ma Kamakhya. It may be worth sharing with the gathering here that for centuries, devotees from my country also have traveled, and they continue to travel to these sacred sites for blessings and mental rejuvenation. So the various projects and initiatives to make waterways connectivity safer and more reliable will go a long way beyond economic gains. Our own rivers flow with a touch of emotion, cultures, and humanity into the mighty rivers of Brahmaputra and Ganga, which again go on traversing political boundaries before joining the great oceans. That way, the rivers play a great role in connecting the nations together. I would like to conclude by wishing the Government of India and the Shipping Ministry in particular immense success with the Global Maritime India Summit 2023, which is going to be held in Delhi in the month of October this year. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, India and Bangladesh share bonds of history, language, culture, and multitude of other commonalities. The excellent bilateral ties reflect an all-encompassing partnership based on sovereignty, understanding, trust, and equality. Today, for this ceremony, we have with us His Excellency Ruhul Amin, Assistant High Commissioner, Bangladesh, and Head of the Mission to Guwahati. I'd request you, sir, to kindly share your thoughts.
Thank you. His Excellency Mr. Sarbananda Sonowal, Honorable Minister of Sports, Shipping, Waterways and Ayush, Government of India, His Excellency Mr. Porimal Shuklabadda, Honorable Minister, Government of Assam, His Excellency Mr. Bimal Bora, Honorable Minister, Government of Assam, His Excellency Mr. Mama Natung, Honorable Minister, distinguished guests on the dais and off the dais. Namaskar and salam to everyone. This gives me an immense pleasure to be here today in this important occasion of GMIS Roadshow 2023. At the outset, I'd like to highlight the importance of waterways, whether it is maritime, whether it is inland waterways, for the economic development, for the connectivity, historically. And in this region, in this Indian subcontinent, we are blessed to have natural rivers like Ganges, Brahmaputra, Meghna, Jamuna, etc. And using these rivers, our economic development always been very good. Over the years, Indian subcontinent has been one of the richest countries in the entire world. And this was because of the river system we have in this region. Talking about Bangladesh and India bilateral cooperation in this front, I'd like to recall the song of Dr. Bhupen Hazarika, Podda Amar Ma, Ganga Amar Ma, Dui Chokhe Tar, Dui Dhara, Meghna Jamuna. This is how rivers have bound our two countries over the years. Bangladesh has Brahmaputra and Ganges flow through India, and Bangladesh finally it meets the Bay of Bengal. And using this water system, we can grow together. As you know, Bangladesh is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. Our per capita income has grown very fast, and it's now 2,800 US dollar. And it has been possible because of the hard-working people of Bangladesh and forward-looking policies Bangladesh government has taken over the years. And in this respect, India has been a true partner of Bangladesh for many years, particularly from the independence of Bangladesh in 1971. So in this regard, I would like to mention about the Ganga Vilas, successful Ganga Vilas trip, which traversed from Benares to Kolkata to Bangladesh and finally to Dibrugarh. This is an example how two countries can cooperate in this front for the economic development, for the development of tourism and etc. And as you know, very recently, Bangladesh government has granted permission to India to use our two seaports, Chittagong and Mongla, which could be game changer for northeastern part of India, these seven sisters, and also the eastern part of India, particularly West Bengal. And there is immense opportunity. Bangladesh government is actually prioritizing the international trade using our ports, existing ports. The capacity of Chittagong port is being increased, and one new terminal is under construction, which is going to be inaugurated by 2024. So our capacity will definitely increase, and northeastern part of India, the business people from this part, they can take advantage of it. And through Tripura, you have already know from Sabrum, Chittagong port is not that far. So Tripura will get very easy access to the sea. And this will actually help developing this entire region. That's why the two governments are working hand in hand, very close. And also, I'm very encouraged to know about the MOU between NRL and IWAI, which will definitely, ensure the energy security of Bangladesh and also export from Assam. This way, our two countries can actually prosper together, which we all aspire for. And sub-regional countries like Bhutan, Nepal, these are the landlocked countries, but using the port facilities of Bangladesh and also India, they can also prosper. So we need to work together for the sub-regional development, including Bangladesh, India, Nepal, and Bhutan. In terms of our maritime cooperation, there are, of course, some challenges like the rivers are not navigable all the years, particularly during the dry season. So we have to look at how we can make our rivers navigable throughout the year so that trade can happen anytime from anywhere. So the Bangladesh government is working on this. Hopefully we'll have navigable water for throughout the years. And also there are some prospects I would like to highlight. Apart from Chittagong and also Mongla port, if you actually know, Bangladesh is constructing one deep sea port, which is going to be the first deep sea port of Bangladesh in Matarbari. That is in the southern part of Bangladesh and not far from Chittagong port. And that could be a game changer for the entire region. Now we are using Singapore, Sri Lanka, the Sri Lanka ports and also Malaysia ports, Port Klang maybe. Once we have that deep sea port in Matarbari, this will change the entire scenario of connectivity, of production, of industry of this region, including Bangladesh, Northeast India, and East India, and also Nepal and Bhutan. We hope that happens very soon, and it is going to be completed by 2027. So with these hopes, I'd like to conclude, and finally I'd like to express my best wishes for the upcoming GMIS, which is going to take place in New Delhi. And finally, I'd like to thank the organizers for inviting me today. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. We do look forward to many more engagements and ties with your country. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now request the Joint Secretary, Member Planning and Operation, BUTA, Mr. Mohammad Manwar Uzzaman, sir, to kindly share his thoughts.
Good morning. Okay. Honorable Chief Guest of today's event, Mr. Sarbananda Sanwal, Minister for Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ayush, Government of India. I am very much excited to know that some honorable state ministers and some very high officials and dignitaries are present here today. My greetings to you all. At the outset, I would like to thank the organizer, IWAI, and the Indian government for inviting me here. I have been to India on different occasions, and I am glad to say that each time it was good experience for me. The people of Bangladesh and India share a bond not only due to the geographical locations, but also for history, culture, and language. Bangladesh and India have been friends even long before the independence of Bangladesh. Thanks to our joint effort, Bangladesh is now the top trading partner of India in South Asia, and India is now the second largest trading partner of Bangladesh in the world in terms of volume. More so, the trade volume is expected to triple by 2050. I believe IWAI and BIWTA has a lot to contribute towards that, as they are the competent authority under Protocol on Inland Water Transit and Trade. As an effort to connect our neighboring countries, Bangladesh has signed SOP of MOU on use of inland waterways with Bhutan as well. Last year, a total of 68,000 tons of cargo came from Bhutan through India. The volume of cargo carried by vessels across the border in 2016 was 2.6 million tons, which is almost doubled in 2021 and 22 and reached 4.7 million tons. Previously, only Bangladeshi vessels were used for this transportation. But now, about 10% of involved vessels are from India. We have introduced passenger and cruise services, and under the agreement on passengers and cruise services, till now 5 Indian and 1 Bangladeshi vessel have carried tourists across borders. Recently, we received some applications in our country from those who are interested to send tourists and passengers to Kolkata from Dhaka through waterways. The government of Bangladesh is keen on establishment of any and all forms of connectivity to India, which may prove beneficial for both the countries. Bangladesh government has undertaken different projects to revive 10,000 kilometers of navigable waterways round the year. Along the Indo-Bangla protocol routes, we are building required infrastructures, jetties, terminals, container depots, customs stations, etc. to facilitate further and faster cargo movement. We are working now to make IBP Route 56, that is Rajshahi-Dhulian, operational as soon as possible. On the eastern side, we are working on IBP Route 910, that is Daudkandi and Sonamura, operational to connect Tripura. This morning, I had an excellent interaction with our chairman and hope this will expedite our efforts. I think I am running short of my time. I like to thank the Government of India and IWAI once again for inviting me and giving me a rare chance to speak before you. Long live our friendship. Thank you. Dhanyabad. Dhanyabad.
Thank you, sir. And definitely the partnership between India and Bangladesh over the years has strengthened, matured and evolved as a model for other regions. We once again welcome you, sir. I'd now humbly request Sri Sanjeev Ranjan, the Chairman, National Shipping Board, to kindly share his views. Kindly, sir.
माननीय मंत्री जी श्री सर्वानंद सोनोवाल जी, Honorable Minister from Assam Shri Parimal Suklabaidya ji, Honorable Minister Bimal Bora ji, Honorable Minister Nama Natung ji, Secretary Port Shipping and Waterways Shri Ramachandran, Shri Sanjay Banopadhyay, Chairman IWI, distinguished delegates on the dais and in the audience. I would like to thank IWI for inviting me for this program. We have been talking of waterways development for quite some time in the northeastern region. We all know that waterways are the cheapest, cleanest mode of transportation and used to be the dominant mode of transportation in the area, and the area had its, when it was well connected, it was one of the economic drivers for the entire country. Despite being cleaner and cheaper over the years, there were some disruptions. But now again, as the world talks of greener modes of transportation, reducing logistic cost, waterways has again become very important. The corporates under the new environment, social and governance framework are required to showcase what good they are doing for the environment. And therefore, they are looking for cleaner, sustainable supply chain solutions which are robust. And therefore, waterways again is back in focus as far as the big corporates are concerned. We in the IWI and the ministry, under the guidance of the Honorable Minister, over the years have done a lot of work which has been pointed out by the previous speakers, be it the Jalma Vikas program on NW1, be it the Brahmaputra program on NW2, where a whole lot of initiatives have been taken and we are witness to the changes that have taken place. On NW16, Barak River, Karimganj, Badarpur and so on, and combined with the help and assistance that we've got our friends from Bangladesh, the Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route. All this has resulted in substantial increase in cargo movement, which was, say, about 50 million metric tons about 7-8 years back. Now it's gone up to more than 130 million metric tons. So that shows that a lot of infrastructure work has been done. The longest ferry that we had running from Varanasi to Dibrugarh, I suppose, should give enough confidence to the businesses about the viability of the entire waterways, particularly NW1, Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route, and NW2, and the connectivity that it offers. But there are still some challenges in terms of last mile connectivity, in terms of kind of problems that are there on inter-border crossings. Now, these delays of multimodal shift add to the cost. And therefore, the government has launched the Prime Minister Gati Shakti program. You also have the new national logistic policy. All these are meant to ensure that these glitches that we have right now, which add the cost, we're able to address them comprehensively, involving all the stakeholders, and bring down the logistics cost. States in the northeast have already gone ahead. Assam, for example, has already adopted the Assam Logistics and Warehouse Policy in 2022. Our friend from Assam has just left. But these are policies which are going to help establish warehouses in the right place, ensure that last mile connectivities get established from Pandu, the road that is being developed. We already saw that. So a whole lot of things are already happening. Friends in Bangladesh, the World Bank has already sanctioned the project for accelerating transport and trade connectivity in East and South Asia. That, I think, will again help in improve the kind of challenges that we have on the borders, make our border movement seamless, paperless, digitized. And that is the way forward. If we're able to comprehensively do that in the days to come, the entire waterways will become competitive and be able to offer a sustainable alternative solution to the existing modes, which are far more polluting, difficult at times. Some of our friends, for example, have started making good use of it. The Indian Oil Corporation today imports LPG through Chittagong port for requirement to meet the requirements in Tripura and the Kachha region. This is already happening. Yesterday, under the guidance of Honorable Minister, Numaligarh Refinery has signed an MOU for taking finished products to Bangladesh, now through waterways. Now, these are kind of things which are already happening, and there are a whole host of opportunities which have now opened up, thanks to the kind of great work which the ministry has been able to do under the guidance of the Honorable Minister, and his dynamism, which has resulted in all this infrastructure being made and these policy issues getting resolved. As our friend from Bangladesh just mentioned, the access to Chittagong and Mongla port, the agreement was in place. The SOP for movement of goods through these ports to various destinations, which our friend from Tripura mentioned in his earlier presentation, have now been notified. And therefore, goods through Mongla and Chittagong, through the notified SOP by the customs of Government of Bangladesh, can move into various destinations of India for which trial runs have already been completed. Mr. Bandyopadhyay in his speech mentioned about the addition to the protocol route in terms of the Dhulijan Rasai section and the Daudkandi Sonamura section. Now this should make the entire protocol route far more viable and re-establish the earlier way of movement that used to happen. And with just private sector initiative, jetties are being made, all on their own volition. So the viability of these projects, which is new additions happening, is now for us to see. The Matabari port, which is being done at Bangladesh, the additions at Chittagong port, all these will create enough infrastructure for movement in this sector to become viable, and is now open, is going to be available for everyone to be able to make good use of it. We from our side also have a transshipment port at Galathea Bay, and if Galathea Bay transshipment port is integrally linked with the other developments that are taking place in the region, the entire Bay of Bengal ports can be seamlessly linked, and instead of containers going to Singapore and Kalang and coming back, can very well happen in the Bay of Bengal region, reducing the logistics cost not for us, but everyone in the Bay of Bengal region. And that is the way I think we should be looking at it. We have the BIMSTEC framework, under which the BIMSTEC Ministerial Cooperation Agreement was approved on the 9th of March 2023 at the ministerial level. There's a great framework which is there, which has already been approved, and hopefully the idea is that it finally gets signed in the 6th BIMSTEC summit, hopefully later this year. Under that framework, we have to develop an action plan, and these projects which we already have grounded, the effort to make seamless connectivity, if we make it part of the action plan, the entire sector would be ready for business seamlessly and be able to offer a viable alternative to the other modes. And the Global Maritime India Summit is an ideal forum where everyone can join hands, and these opportunities opened up, we can possibly be able to take them forward, to take our business interests forward, be it the states in the Northeast, be it the people who import things to the Northeast, be it the people who send things out of the Northeast. If the logistics cost is to be reduced, made more sustainable, made more robust, there's a unique opportunity. So if and all the stakeholders are going to be present there, if all of us are present there, this is going to be a game-changing event. There's a golden movement which has happened. Thanks to the blessings of the Honorable Minister, Inland Waterways is back in focus, and your participation in the summit is going to able to take these initiatives forward in a big way. I thank you all once again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. I now request the Secretary, Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways, Shri T.K. Ramachandran ji, to kindly share his views.
माननीय पत्तन, पोत परिवहन और जनमार्ग मंत्रालय के मंत्री श्री सौरभानंद सोनोवाल जी, ऑनरेबल श्री मिनिस्टर श्री परिमल शुक्लावैद्य जी, ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर श्री बिमल बोरा जी, ऑनरेबल श्री मामा नाथुंग जी, Respected Dr. Sanjeev Ranjan, Chairman NSB, our friends and delegates from Bangladesh, Mr. Muhammad Monowar Uzzaman, Mr. Amin, and Mr. Furpa Shering from Bhutan, and Chairman of the IWAI, Shri Sanjay Bandyopadhyay ji, and all the other delegates who have come to attend this roadshow, which is about GMIS. It is with great pleasure that I stand before you, because we have gathered here today to tell you about the Global Maritime India Summit and all that it has in store for you. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister and the guidance from Honorable Minister Shri Sonowalji, our comprehensive strategy to harness India's maritime and inland waterways for economic growth is well underway. The northeast of India is often referred to as the unexplored paradise of our nation. This region is blessed with lush landscape, vibrant cultures and rich biodiversity, and has long been yearning for avenues of growth and connectivity. Inland waterways, a mode of transportation that capitalizes on the abundant rivers, offers this kind of a transformative solution. The Act East policy to promote economic cooperation, cultural ties and develop strategic relationships with countries in the Asia-Pacific region provides enhanced connectivity to the states of the Northeast region. Recognizing the significance of rivers for connectivity and prosperity, 20 rivers in the Northeast were declared as national waterways under the National Waterways Act 2016. With a network of rivers such as Brahmaputra and Borak and their tributaries, there exists a natural advantage of water for waterborne trade and transportation. We released the Maritime India Vision in 2021. Though the name says maritime, it also has a substantial inland waterways component. And the government has taken up inland waterways, as was pointed out by previous speakers, in a big way. And there's huge development across the country, especially in the Ganges and Brahmaputra regions. Under the Sagamala program, for instance, various projects have been identified to enhance northeastern regions' connectivity, including modernization of existing terminals, creation of new terminals, ro-ro, ro-packs and tourism jetties, enhancement of first and last mile connectivity, industrialization around river ports, skill development, etc. In fact, just an hour back, I went to visit the Pandu port, where a lot of development is happening. Access road is being constructed, and also the repair facility, Pandu repair facility. These are going to be great additions to the entire waterway system in the Northeast. To facilitate enhanced trade expansion strategies, the government has approved 5 projects at a total cost of 1126 crore for development of inland waterway water transport infrastructure in the northeastern region. I was also very happy to listen to what the representatives from Bangladesh and Bhutan had to say. It is very encouraging to hear that they propose to give their wholehearted support and cooperation to the development of the waterways, because these waterways will form a regional grid. There is a specific focus on regional connectivity initiatives which act as force multipliers for the regional growth and development while enhancing economic cooperation among the countries in this region. Apart from developing the existing Indo-Bangladesh Protocol route, the Ministry of Port Shipping and Waterways has also conceptualized a plan to develop the Eastern Waterways Connectivity Transport Grid, comprising 4 key waterways and certain international routes of about 5,000 kilometers of navigable waterways to boost regional integration and trade with Southeast Asia. That is Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and Nepal, the so-called B-bin countries, and Eastern South Asia, including Myanmar, and to countries like Singapore, Malaysia and Thailand. And as was pointed out by Dr. Sanjeev Ranjan, we started the transport movement of for NRL. We had an MOU signature ceremony last week. Therefore, a lot of things are happening, And the integration of inland waterways into our economic landscape has sparked a wave of unprecedented growth, revitalizing the economic potential of the Northeast. By harnessing advanced vessel technology, enhancing national waterways and promoting sustainable practices, the Northeast can successfully integrate itself into the global economic landscape, fostering opportunities, connectivity and growth that resonates far beyond its borders. And now talking about the Global Maritime India Summit, for which we are all gathered here. As you're aware, the mantras, the three mantras of the Global Maritime India Summit are connect, collaborate and create. Connect, we all need to connect in order to start doing anything, as you're all aware. I mean, we need to network, we need to talk. And then we need to collaborate. Because without collaboration, without exchange of ideas, it is simply impossible for us to create something. And therefore, connect, collaborate and then create. Create what? Create ideas, create projects, create investments, create new ports, create new infrastructure, create new partnerships, technologies. The scope is immense. I met some people from the tea industry just before this meeting. So I was just wondering how much of tea is being produced. He said 70% of India's tea is being produced in the Northeast, which is a huge, huge volume. And imagine what connectivity with the rest of India, with the rest of the world, with other regional neighboring countries can do to this trade. So I invite all of you, industry players, stakeholders, those in the inland waterway sector, those in the regional waterways grid. I invite all of you to participate. I thank the representatives from Bangladesh and Bhutan for your wishes. But sirs, wishes are not enough. We also need your participation in GMIS, and I hope we will get your participation at the highest levels. And we will be able to set up many more initiatives, partnerships for future growth. And all of you who have taken part in this seminar this morning, I welcome you all to participate. The Inland Waterways Authority has taken a lot of trouble to organize this event. They've been doing a series of events apart from all the other ports under the very dynamic leadership of our Honorable Minister, who is guided at us at every step. We just can't step behind. We just can't relax because at every moment he is on the phone. Ye kya hua, wo kya hua. He's constantly guiding us and helping us to chart new territories. And I hope that the GMIS will beckon the beginning of a new era in Indian shipping, waterways and maritime connectivity. We are expecting a large number of countries to participate from across the globe. Many countries have expressed their desire to become partner countries. Many states will be participating. And it is also a pleasure that now maritime also includes waterways. Therefore, through these waterways, maritime sector is going to be complete. Maritime sector includes waterways, coastal ways and seaways. So, with these words, I hope that the event today will mark the beginning of a great future for all of us in the maritime sector. And I thank Honorable Minister for having given us the blessings and guidance in organizing this event. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. I now would humbly request from our neighbouring state, Honourable MLA and Advisor Transport, Government of Nagaland, Shri Temzen Memba, sir, to kindly deliver his speech.
Before I start my speech, I would like to inform that I have left copies of my speech on the dais for the benefit of the dignitaries on your tables. respected Honorable Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways, Ministry of Ayush, Shri Sarbananda Sonowalji, Honorable Ministers and officials from different states present here, and most importantly, the senior officials from our neighboring countries of Bangladesh and Bhutan. It is an honor for me to be standing here representing our Honorable Chief Minister, Shri Nifi Urio, and the people of the state of Nagaland. I take this privilege to extend our warm greetings and to congratulate the Ministry of Ports, Shipping and Waterways Government of India for organizing this roadshow for Global Maritime India Summit 2003 here in Guwahati. I am given to understand that it is a prelude to the third edition of Global Maritime India Summit to be held at New Delhi in October of this year, for which I am greatly obliged. It is indeed a proud moment for the northeastern states that a program of this magnitude is being organized here in this part of the country. The discernment exhibited by our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji in replacing the Look East policy by the Act East policy for the people of northeast of India is embraced with great enthusiasm, and it is now truly transforming the northeastern states to a great extent. This in turn gives an opportunity to the northeastern states to stand shoulder to shoulder with the rest of India in terms of reformation and development. It is truly an amazing India that we are witnessing. I take this opportunity to point out certain measures taken by my state for the uplift of waterways, as was conveyed by my Chief Minister Shri Nifi Urio to you, Honorable Minister, in his letter dated 1st June 2023. You must be aware that the Government of Nagaland has been pursuing for development of National Waterways 101 and Tiza-Zingi River as an inland waterway corridor since the year 2000, after the 9th Indo-Myanmar sectoral talk held at Kohima in November 1999. The Tiza-Zingi River is the only east-flowing river in Nagaland, which ultimately drains into Myanmar and joins Chinwin River. It is eminently suitable for being developed as an inland waterway corridor, given the advantages and benefits. For trade and commerce, the vicinity of the proposed waterway area has one of the richest mineral resources deposit of the state. Mineral resources like iron, chromium, nickel, chromite, marble, slate, clay, talc, decorative stones, limestones, copper, molybdenum are abundantly available but remain untapped due to lack of connectivity. The development of the river as an inland waterway corridor would not only facilitate passenger transportation but would pave the way for tapping the rich mineral resources in terms of transportation of the raw materials and finished products to various destinations within and outside the country. This will promote trade and commerce and link-ups with the rest of the Southeast Asian countries by exploiting the means of the cheapest mode of transportation. Tiza River also has a great potential for water sports and ecotourism. The natural beauty of the area for promoting tourism remains untapped till today. The lower Tiza area is in a unique geological location, namely the Ophiolite Range, which also offers nature lovers opportunity for adventure sports such as rock climbing, trekking, etc. The area also offers different varieties of plant species such as pine, palm, and unique varieties of bamboos. It also has a panoramic display of marble, granite, and limestones dotting the landscapes and offers a beautiful contrast to the greeneries around. The lower Tiza River also offers to nature lovers crystal clear water, ideal for recreational water sports. The location is ideally placed with important destinations such as Tanamir, which is known as the Apple Village, Mimi Caves, etc. within 1 or 2 hours drive from traditional villages like Moya or town like Pungro, less than half an hour drive. With the development of waterways, this area will definitely become a potential tourism hotspot. From a defense perspective, Tiza River is also strategically located. It is located at the international boundary between India and Myanmar. security forces can utilize the proposed waterways to patrol and keep vigil on trans-border infiltration and activities of antisocial elements. I would like to state that the Act's policy introduced infrastructure projects such as the Agartala-Akura rail project, the first railroad connecting northeastern India and Bangladesh, and the Asian Trilateral Highway, a new highway connecting Moreh, India to Thailand via Myanmar. This policy alterations improved strategic partnerships with the Philippines, Malaysia, and Vietnam. This, incidentally, has facilitated accessibility to counter any foreseeable threat perceptions in both the Southeast China Sea and Indian Ocean. Keeping in mind this vision, it is hoped that India's security and connectivity will expand further with inland waterways developmental projects, as it is found to be cost-effective as well as environmentally friendly. Sir, in acknowledgement of the pursuance of the Act East policy by your ministry, a detailed project report which was finalized by engaging MS Webcost Limited under the Ministry of Jal Shakti was submitted to you in the year 2020, on July 2022, and 1st of June 2023 respectively for consideration. Sir, at the behest of Inland Waterways Authority of India, the Government of Nagaland has also constituted Nagaland Inland Waterways Board, and as desired by IWAI, the Government of Nagaland has decided that the project will be implemented by NIWB, and the same has been communicated to IWAI. Further, as desired by IWAI, the Government of Nagaland has opened zero balance bank account for Inland Waterways project and is now awaiting sanction of fund from the ministry. May I conclude by saying that it is hoped that a new dawn breaks in under your able leadership, and as the most prominent face of the Northeast in the Union government, you will view this long-cherished dream of the people of Nagaland positively, and may this maiden waterway project of our state feature in the Inland Waterways map of India. Thank you so much. Koklalim, Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. Well, now may I humbly invite the Honorable Minister for Water Resources, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, Shri Mama Natung sir, to kindly deliver his valuable speech.
मंच पर उपस्थित माननीय यूनियन मिनिस्टर सर्बानंद सोनोवाल जी, पोर्ट शिपिंग वाटरवे मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ आयुष, और उपस्थित माननीय मंत्री परिमल शुक्लवैद्य जी, ट्रांसपोर्ट फिशरीज एक्साइज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ असम, उपस्थित माननीय मंत्री विमल बोरा जी, इंडस्ट्री कॉमर्स पब्लिक एंटरप्रेन्योर्स गवर्नमेंट ऑफ असम, टेंजम मेंबा जी, माननीय विधायक एडवाइजर ट्रांसपोर्ट गवर्नमेंट ऑफ नागालैंड, और पुरुपा सरिंग जी फ्रॉम भूटान, consultant general, and Sanjay Babdaya ji, chairman IWA, Sanjeev Ratan ji, and all other dignitaries उपस्थित और मेरे पत्रकार के मित्रों, आज ये बहुत ही हम सब नॉर्थ ईस्ट के लिए खास करके ये बहुत ही स्वाभाविक की बात है, और स्वाभाविक है कि इस प्रकार का जो under the leadership of dynamic and visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Union Minister, Roadshow ग्लोबल मैरीटाइम इंडियन समिट 2023 को जो अपना नॉर्थ ईस्ट से किस प्रकार से वाटर इनलैंड वे में किस प्रकार से कनेक्टिविटी हो, हमारा खास करके नॉर्थ ईस्ट में और अरुणाचल प्रदेश में, मैं अरुणाचल प्रदेश की कंटेक्स्ट को, मैं विषय को या बिंदु को रखूंगा कि अरुणाचल प्रदेश पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में से सबसे बड़ा प्रदेश में से ज्योग्राफिकली बात, जनसंख्या में हम बहुत कम है, जनसंख्या में हम कम है बात, वी हैव इन अरुणाचल प्रदेश 83,743 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर एंड अरुणाचल प्रदेश एक नॉर्थ ईस्ट में से वी हैव शेयरिंग 3 इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर एंड ईस्टर्न साइड we are sharing Bhutan western side, Bhutan 217 kilometer and eastern side Myanmar 520 kilometer and Indo-China, Tibet occupied China near about हम लोग शेयरिंग करते हैं 1129 किलोमीटर से नियर अबाउट 1900 समथिंग किलोमीटर हम पूरे अरुणाचल प्रदेश इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर को शेयर करते हैं. एंड ऑल्सो आई वांट टू सबमिट द ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर, यूनियन मिनिस्टर, एंड वन ऑफ द लार्जेस्ट पोटेंशियल इन हाइड्रो पावर सेक्टर में अरुणाचल प्रदेश हैव 55,000 मेगावाट वी हैव ए पोटेंशियल पूरे देश भर में, पूरे भारतवर्ष में अरुणाचल प्रदेश ही जो हाइड्रो के सेक्टर में हम सबसे पोटेंशियल ज्यादा है, जिसमें से नाउ लार्जेस्ट मल्टीपर्पज जो हाइड्रो पावर बनने वाले हैं दिबांग बेसिन में, जिसमें से 2,880 मेगावाट का अभी उसका एनएसपीसी ने एमओयू भी कर दिया और साइन और काम शुरू होने वाला है. इसमें मेरा सबमिशन है कि माननीय मंत्री जी को, भारत सरकार को, कि इतने जो हाइड्रो प्रोजेक्ट का अभी वहां में काम शुरू होने जा रहा है, एमओयू क्या 12 तारीख को माननीय मुख्यमंत्री पेमा खांडू जी ने, टीम अरुणाचल के सरकार ने 7 प्रोजेक्ट को हम लोगों ने साइन की, जिसमें ये इनलैंड वाटरवे इसके जरिए हमारे प्रदेश में हमारा वह तीन बेसिन है, जैसे कि लोहित बेसिन पूरे ईस्टर्न अरुणाचल में, बट वेस्टर्न अरुणाचल वी डोंट हैव. हमारा वह छोटा नदी है, कामिंग रिवर है, बहुत छोटा. ईस्टर्न अरुणाचल वी हैव पोटेंशियल, बट वी हैव 3 रिवर्स, 3 बेसिन. लोहित बेसिन हम लोगों ने सबमिट किया कि भारत सरकार को अप टू आलूबाड़ी ब्रिज टर्मिनल बने. दिबांग बेसिन में जो सबमिट किया हम लोगों ने बोमजीर दिबांग ब्रिज, एंड सियांग बेसिन में सबमिट किया अप टू पासीघाट रानाघाट. वो टर्मिनल ये अभी से नहीं, इट सेंस फ्रॉम 20th सेंचुरी से हमारा असम और अरुणाचल इस वाटरवे के जरिए हम इसमें ट्रेड और जितने भी हमारा टू एंड फ्रो और माल लाने में हमारा ट्रेड कॉमर्स में, ये सदियों से हम लोग इसी वाटरवे के जरिए हम लोग काम चलते आया. और हमें पूरा विश्वास है कि अंडर द योर डायनेमिक लीडरशिप कि ये आज के टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ, टेक्नोलॉजी में इस समय में ये टर्मिनल बनने से पूरे प्रदेश का हमारा फोर्स के लिए डिफेंस सेक्टर में भी काफी योगदान होगा. डिफेंस सेक्टर में हमारा ट्रांसपोर्टेशन के लिए हाइड्रो पावर के जो बड़े बड़े अरुणाचल प्रदेश में बॉर्डर में अभी हाल ही में 44,000 की पूरे बॉर्डर में रास्ता बनने के लिए 44,000 करोड़ की जो सैंक्शन हुआ, इस पे जो हमारा वाटरवे, इनलैंड वाटरवे अगर ये डेवलप होगा तो हमारा डिब्रूगढ़ से जितने भी हमारा सामान बुकने में, सामान लाने में, नॉट ओनली इन डिफेंस, सारे एग्रीकल्चर सेक्टर, हार्टिकल्चर सेक्टर, टूरिज्म, हर लॉजिस्टिक सपोर्ट अरुणाचल प्रदेश को ये लाभदायक होगा। ये हमारा माननीय मंत्री जी से मेरा अनुरोध है। और ये सबमिशन है कि ये ऑलरेडी भारत सरकार ने, हम लोगों ने डीपीआर बना के भी सबमिट कर चुके हैं और ऑलरेडी ऑफिस में वहाँ आपके मंत्रालय में ये पड़ा हुआ है। मैं आपसे आग्रह करना चाहता हूं कि माननीय मंत्री जी इसको अरुणाचल प्रदेश को भी इस बार, इस जो अभी आपका मंत्रालय में इसको सैंक्शन दिया जाए प्रदेश में, ये 3 बेसिन को, ये हमारा आपसे एक गुजारिश है। और साथ में हम लोगों ने कई बार सर आपको मंत्रालय में 2000 those days I think honorable minister Nitin Gadkari was the in charge of this port and shipping ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में काफी ऑनरेबल माननीय मुख्यमंत्री जी का साथ मीटिंग हुआ। सेंस फ्रॉम डीपीआर भेजा था हम लोगों ने 31 मई 2017 को। सर उस समय आप ये मंत्रालय में नहीं थे, उसी समय से आज तक हम लोग उसको ऑफिशियली क्रॉसफंडिंग करते रहा और हमें पूरा विश्वास है कि आपके नेतृत्व में ये अरुणाचल प्रदेश को 3 बेसिन का जरूर सैंक्शन होगा और उसके जरिए हमारा पूरे प्रदेश के लोग जितने भी जो एजेंसीज है और डिफेंस सेक्टर में हम सब जनता को भी इसका हमको लाभदायक होगा। इसी 2-4 शब्दों के साथ आप सबको कोटि कोटि प्रणाम करते हुए मेरा वाणी को यही विराम देता हूं। थैंक यू। जय हिंद।
धन्यवाद महोदय। Ladies and gentlemen, waterways is instrumental in showcasing the rich cultural heritage of this region. Honorable Minister of Industries and Commerce, Public Enterprises and Cultural Affairs, Government of Assam, Shri Bimal Bora Mohodoy, has been working diligently in taking the rich culture of our state to the world. Now, may I request you, sir, to kindly deliver your valuable speech.
Namaskar. Honorable Sarbananda Sonowalji, Union Minister of Sports, Shipping and Waterways, Honorable Parimal Suklabaidyaji, Minister of Transport, Government of Assam, Mama Natungji, Minister of Water Resource, Government of Arunachal Pradesh, Sri Temdem Ba, MLN Advisor, Government of Assam, Government of Nagaland, Sri Sanjay Bandopadhyayji, Chairman, IWAI, Phura Tersing, Honorable Vice Consul, Royal Bhutanese Consulate General, Guwahati, Honorable Mr. Mohammad Manowar Uz-Zaman, Joint Secretary, Member of Planning and Operation, Sri Sanjeev Ranjanji, Chairman NSB, Sri T.K. Ramachandranji, Secretary, Government of India, and dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests. It is indeed an immense privilege to address all of you gathered here today at this roadshow that has been organized as a precursor to the 3rd edition of Global Maritime India Summit 2023. I am certain that almost of you present here today are definitely looking forward to the main event that is to be scheduled to be held between 17th to 19th October at New Delhi. Under the leadership of our visionary Prime Minister Honorable Narendra Modi ji, India's G20 presidency has significantly elevated the nation's global reputation through its proactive and collaborative leadership on the international stage. Under his able guidance, India has showcased its diplomatic allegiance, economic prowess, and commitment to global problem solving. Amongst addressing pressing global issues such as climate change, economic stability, and healthcare, thereby further strengthening its image as a forward-thinking nation, India is sternly invested in exploring sustainable solutions to all such issues. Unlocking the potential of the waterways sectors for regional economic growth, enhanced trade connectivity, and sustainable development is a pivotal endeavor that promises to reshape transportation network, stimulate local industries, and facilitate efficient cargo movement, marking it as one of the many transportation steps towards a more prosperous future. With the very initiatives undertaken by the Inland Waterways Authority of India, the development and utilization of Assam's inland waterways are driving the state towards a sustainable future by embracing efficient, low-impact transportation method, fostering economic growth, and minimizing the ecological footprint, which aligns with global sustainability goals and showcases Assam's commitment to responsible development. Under the leadership of our Honorable CM, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma Dangoria, the construction of multimodal logistic park at Jogighopa as a visionary initiative poised to revolutionize the transportation and logistic landscape. This park aims to seamlessly integrate various modes of transportation, including road, rail, and inland waterways, to create a dynamic hub of trade and commerce. Also, with the shared historical, cultural, and economic ties between Assam and Bangladesh, there exists a foundation for deepening cooperation and fostering mutual understanding. The history of waterways transportation between Assam and Bangladesh reflect the enduring significance of the Brahmaputra River as a conduct for trade, cultural exchange, and cooperation. The utilization of these natural resources for transportation continues to evolve, driven by economic considerations, diplomatic agreements, and the shared aspiration for regional development. Ladies and gentlemen, Assam has introducing some attractive policies to develop our industry scenario in Assam, which one of these policies is logistic and warehousing policy, customized policy. This type of policy, we think in near future, our scenery of industrialization of the state will be changing the game. Assam Logistic and Warehousing Policy 2022, Government of Assam advises missions mode approach towards development of strategic and critical logistic infrastructure in Assam. The policy focus will be on improving logistic efficiency and infrastructure in key sectors like food processing, bamboo, sugar, jute, plastics, pharmaceuticals, IIT, IITS, including hardware and software development, textile, engineering, rubber, automobile, as well as the tourism and hospitality as identified in the 2019 industrial policy of Assam. As well as we are introducing another very much lucrative policy in Assam, that is customized policy. ये customized policy हम लोग जब start किए थे, very short span of time, हमारे साथ देश का अलग अलग प्रांत से सारे इन्वेस्टर्स आके हमारे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के साथ एमओयू कर चुके हैं. वहाँ पे सीमेंट इंडस्ट्री भी है, वहाँ पे फूड प्रोसेसिंग इंडस्ट्री है, अलग अलग लगभग more than 11,000 crores rupees will be invested through this policy in near future. Already ये जो इंडस्ट्रीज का इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर अभी स्टार्ट हो रहा है बनने के लिए, मैं आशा करता हूँ आने वाले 3 सालों में ये सारी प्रोजेक्ट कंप्लीट कर सकेंगे और प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट हो जाएगा. और असम में जो अभी माननीय मंत्री सर्बानंद सोनोवाल जी का नेतृत्व में हमारे रिवर ब्रह्मपुत्र को एक पॉपुलर वाटर वेज करने के लिए जो कदम उठाए हैं, मैं IAWA का सारी अधिकारीगण सभी को मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं. और नुमलीगढ़ रिफाइनरी में जो एक्सपेंशन प्रोजेक्ट चल रहा है, अभी ये ब्रह्मपुत्र एंड धनसिरी ये दोनों वाटर वेज इस्तेमाल करके हमारे एक नई सोच अभी सारे असम में डाल चुके हैं आप लोगों ने. और एक बड़ी अच्छा एक माहौल वाटर वेज का बारे में एक चर्चा असम में अभी हो रहा है. मैं आग्रह करता हूं आने वाला दिन में ये ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर एज वेल एज द अदर ट्रिब्यूटरीज ऑल्सो may be include in such type of water connectivity. जो भी है आज इस रोड शो में हमको बुलाया गया, मैं आज यहाँ पे उपस्थित होके अच्छा महसूस हो रहा हूँ. आने वाले दिन में जरूर भारत सरकार और असम सरकार एक साथ में मिलके माननीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का जो सपना है हमारे देश को विश्व गुरु का आसन में ले जाने के लिए, हमारे स्टेट गवर्नमेंट का माननीय मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर हिमंत बिश्व शर्मा जी का जो सपना है देश का टॉप 5 स्टेट में हमारे असम को भी ले जाने का. और यहाँ पे उपस्थित सभी के साथ एक साथ में हम लोग मिलजुल के हमारा देश को, हमारा असम को हम लोग आगे बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. और इसीलिए दोनों सरकार, भारत सरकार और राज्य सरकार एक साथ में हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं. यहाँ पे जनताओं का, इन्वेस्टर्स का, बिजनेस प्लेयर्स का भी एक साथ में आगे बढ़ने का एक पॉजिटिव एनवायरनमेंट जरूरी है. ये सारे सपोर्ट दोनों गवर्नमेंट का तरफ से हम लोग देने के लिए कोशिश जरूर करेंगे ताकि आप लोग इस मिशन में शामिल हो और देश और हमारे स्टेट को आगे बढ़ने का ये कदम में आप लोग भी एक स्टेक होल्डर बनो। इसी बातों से मैं सभी को धन्यवाद देते हुए मेरा भाषण विराम देता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
माननीय मंत्री महोदय आमी धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करिलो। Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable Minister of Transport, Fisheries and Excise, Government of Assam, Shrijut Porimal Shuklabaidya Mohoday, has been a key figure in bringing synergy in the different modes of transport of our state. I would now like to request you, sir, to kindly deliver your valuable speech.
মঞ্চাসীন আজিৰ আমাৰ আটাইতকৈ প্ৰিয়জন ক'ব পাৰোঁ শ্ৰদ্ধাৰজন যিজন আজি কেন্দ্ৰীয় চৰকাৰৰ মন্ত্ৰী হিচাপে স্পৰ্টছ আৰু শিপিঙৰ মন্ত্ৰী হিচাপে দায়িত্ব পালন কৰি আছে পৰম শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ সৰ্বানন্দ সোণোৱালজী আমাৰ ইয়াতে আমাৰ কলিগ মিনিষ্টাৰ ভাতৃপ্ৰতিম বিমল বৰা ডাঙৰীয়া আমাৰ লগতে চেয়াৰমেন AWI সঞ্জয়জী তো আমাৰ ৰহমেৰ মানুহ নিচিনাই হৈ গ'ল চিনাকি বহুত মানে বহুত সভাত আহে খুব ধুনীয়াকৈ আমাক কিবা পদ দেখাব পাৰে তেওঁ উপস্থিত আছে আৰু আমাৰ লগতে একেবাৰে ওচৰত থকা আমাৰ ৰাজ্য অৰুণাচলৰ শ্ৰদ্ধাৰ মন্ত্ৰী ডাঙৰীয়া নাগালেণ্ডৰ মাননীয় বিধায়ক বন্ধু আৰু লগতে আমাৰ এই মঞ্চত বিভাগৰ বিভিন্ন স্তৰত কাম কৰা অধিকাৰী বৰ্গসকল আৰু আমাৰ একেবাৰে ওচৰ পাজৰত আৰু মনত ক'ব পাৰোঁ যে বসবাস কৰা দুখন কাণ্ট্ৰি এটা বাংলাদেশ আৰু ভূটান বাংলাদেশৰ এছিষ্টেণ্ট হাই কমিশ্যনাৰ আৰু ভূটানৰ ফালৰ পৰা আমাৰ প্ৰতিনিধি ইয়াতে উপস্থিত হৈছে আমাৰ সন্মুখত এই বিভাগৰ বিভিন্ন স্তৰৰ কৰ্মী বন্ধুসকল কৰ্মকৰ্তাসকল লগতে पूरा इंडिया से आए हुए इसी सेक्टर पे जुड़ा हुआ बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट और इसी सेक्टर पे जुड़ा हुआ बहुत चिंताविद इधर में उपस्थित हुआ आप हर आदमी को मेरा तरफ से मंच पे आसीन या हमारा सामने है आप लोग को मैं नमन करता हूं ऐसा है जी जब सार हमारा इधर में चीफ मिनिस्टर हुआ करता था तो उसमें हम लोग 16 में आया तो उसी टाइम पे हमको एक दफ्तर सर ने ही दिया था सोनोवाल जी ने वो PWD पब्लिक वर्क डिपार्टमेंट उसका अंदर में मैंने थोड़ा सा स्टडी करके देखा है कि ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा असम में ये PWD सेक्टर शुरुआत हुआ 160 ईयर्स होगा 160 साल का पहले का बात है ऐसा ही थोड़ा सा स्टडी करना पड़ता है क्या तो मैंने देखा 200-300 साल का अंदर ही धर लीजिए रेलवे सेक्टर एविएशन सेक्टर का काम शुरुआत हुआ मगर जब सोचने लगा तो ऐसा मेरा दिमाग में आया कि अरे भैया इतना बड़ा अमेरिका है उसको तो कोलंबस जी ने आविष्कार किया था उसी टाइम पे तो PWD नहीं था उसी टाइम पे एविएशन उसी टाइम पे शायद रेलवे नहीं था इतना बड़ा कंट्री आज इसको इन्वेंट किया तो बाय वाटर रोड ऐसा ही तो है तो मेरा दिमाग में ऐसा आया जो ठीक है भाई तो ये जो PWD सेक्टर बोलिए एविएशन सेक्टर बोलिए, आज का दिन पे कम्युनिकेशन सेक्टर में बहुत सारे है, आगे हम लोग टेलीफोन में भी कम्युनिकेशन बनता है। मगर मैं अपना क्षेत्र का बारे में जब थोड़ा सोचने लगा तो मैंने देखा ये कम्युनिकेशन सेक्टर में मेरा एक बागान है। ये बागान का अभी भी जो मैनेजर बंगला है ये 150 इयर्स का है, अभी थोड़ा सा 3-4 साल ज्यादा हो जाएगा। तो उधर जाके मैंने ये अध्ययन किया कि उसी टाइम पे तो रोडवेज नहीं था, उसने एक छोटा सा ट्रॉली लाइन लगाया बागान से। हमारा ये बागान का बगल में एक छोटा सा नदी, अभी तो बहुत सारे बात ब्रह्मपुत्र गंगा लेके चलेगा होगा, ठीक है, बराक लेके होगा, छोटा सा एक ट्रिब्यूटरी बोल सकता हूं, उसका नाम है सुनाई। वो ट्रॉली लाइन से सुनाई में ले आया नदी से। उसी टाइम का जो आज का दिन में जैसा बड़ा बड़ा वेसल है ऐसा नहीं था, शायद कंट्री मेड वेसल था। वो कंट्री मेड वेसल से ही वो बराक में ले आया, बराक से भाया बांग्लादेश जहां भेजना था भेजा। तो ऐसा हम लोग थोड़ा सा चिंतन करता हूं तो ऐसा लगता है कि आज का दिन पे हम लोग जहां हूं, जैसा हूं, उसका कम्युनिकेशन का आधार बस वाटरवे से शुरुआत हुआ। रेलवे इंजन आया तो पहले रेलवे पटरी से नहीं आया, आया तो कोई वेसल से आया। गाड़ी आया एविएशन सेक्टर में तो कोई वेसल का सहारा लेके ही आया। हमारा असिस्टेंट कमिश्नर साहब बांग्लादेश का है, इधर में बैठा हुआ है, सब जी आप है। ऐसा है बांग्लादेश ऐसा दिमाग से जियोग्राफिकल एरिया थोड़ा सा अलग लगता है, मगर दिल का जो जियोग्राफिकल एरिया है ना वो अलग नहीं, एक है। समझ गया ना, ये पूरा नॉर्थ ईस्ट का आदमी का क्यों एक है। मैं जब अपना फैमिली का हिस्ट्री लिया तो ऐसा सुना मैंने, मेरा ग्रैंडफादर उसी टाइम पे बांग्लादेश से गया यात्रा किया था, तो वो पानी से धर्म, कर्म, डेवलपमेंट, इकोनॉमी, हर कुछ ये पानी का ऊपर से ही शुरुआत हुआ। आज का दिन पे जितना ही बोलिए, जितना ही मैं बोलता हूं, हर कुछ उसी जगह से शुरुआत हुआ। बीच में कुछ दिन हम लोग, ठीक है, साइंस तो डेवलप हुआ, होना चाहिए, होते रहेगा, मगर हम लोग ये शायद ये वाटरवेज का बात हम लोग थोड़ा सा दूर में आ गया था। तो आज जब हमारा दिल्ली से, आज तो बोलना ही पड़ेगा कि दिल्ली से आया मेरा दोस्त को सलाम करो, तो हम लोग तो आया हूं उस दोस्त को सलाम करने के लिए। कोलंबस ने भाई वाटरवेज अमेरिका इन्वेंट किया था, और आज का दिन में सोनोवाल जी ने एक नया सा तरीका लगाया कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट को, बांग्लादेश को, भूटान को कैसे उसी पटरी पे ले जा सकता हूं जैसा पहले हमारा पूर्वज ने काम किया था। आज का दिन में छोटा सा, आप लोग इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट भी है इधर में, छोटा सा देखिए, आजकल तो बहुत हंगामा वाला दिन आ गया। कोई टाइम पे हम लोग देखता हूं चक्का बंद यानी चक्का नहीं घूमेगा, चक्का नहीं घूमेगा, फिर भी और वो जो वेसल है, वेसल का चक्का नहीं रहता है, छोटा सा इंजन, वो चलेगा। ग्लोबली जितना आपका फ्यूल का जितना रेट बढ़ते जा रहा है, ऐसा दिन शायद आएगा कि जितना हमारा कमोडिटी का कीमत होगा उससे ज्यादा हमारा फ्यूल का कस्टिंग आ जाएगा। इसलिए ढूंढना जरूरी है सिविलाइजेशन को आगे ले जाने के लिए, और हमारा आदमी का सही ढंग से सर्विस देने के लिए ये वाटरवेज ढूंढना पड़ेगा। मैं उस दिन देखा हूं, हमारा बरपेटा का बगल में बहुत सारे फ्लड हुआ, इस बार भी हुआ, 3-4 दफे आ गया। एक मैरिज सेरेमनी था, बेचारा का घर में आ गया, पानी आ गया, इतना पानी आ गया, पहले से ही न्योता दिया गया था जे हमारा लड़का का शादी है। टीवी में आया, शायद आप लोग का ये असम का जितना हम लोग इधर में बैठा हूं आप लोग का जानकारी है ही, टीवी में देखा आप लोग। इसका घर में पानी ही पानी, इन्वाइटी कहां आएगा? इन्वाइटी के लिए छोटा सा कंट्री मेड नाव, और छोटा सा शायद कोई जगह से थोड़ा सा बड़ा एक 2-3 नाव लेके अच्छा ढंग से टीवी में आया है। वो 1 सप्ताह का बात है, जब कोई सहारा नहीं तब ये सहारा बनता है, इसलिए ढूंढना जरूरी है। आज रोड शो का बारे में हम लोग इधर में आया हूं, ठीक है, रोड शो एक प्रैक्टिकली रोड शो ऐसा रोड को ढूंढना है, मगर छोटा जो है, छोटा में भी हम लोग कुछ कर सकता हूं। आज का दिन में ब्रह्मपुत्र का बारे में कुछ देर पहले विमल भैया ने भी बताया कि जुगी गुफा में काम शुरुआत किया है, IWAI ने किया है, धर लीजिए हमारा पंडू में चल रहा है, ठीक है, ये चल रहा है, ये तो है ही। साथ ही साथ मेरा जो अरुणाचल से भाई साहब आया है, इतना ढंग से उनका स्टेट का बारे में बताया कि 83,000 स्क्वायर मीटर लगभग उनका एरिया है। हम लोग जानता हो कि वाटरवेज भी अरुणाचल में है, मगर सबसे बड़ा बात है आप जाइए तो अरुणाचल में। हमको एक दफे भेजा था हमारा दीदी CM सर्बानंद जी ने, तो भेजा था हेलीकॉप्टर में, हम अरुणाचल में गया। जाने का बाद ऐसा लगा जे क्या पाप किया था अगला जन्म में, ये हेलीकॉप्टर में आया, उधर में तो कोई राडार उडार काम नहीं करता है भैया, नीचे वो पायलट देखता है नदी कहां से, नदी कैसे आया, कैसे, उससे राडार चलता है, क्या चलता है, जो उसका मशीनरी चलता है। मैं सोचा भैया कैसे, ठीक है आज तो घूम के जाना तो मुसीबत है, फिर भी जाने का पहले 2-4 आदमी का मुख देख लेता हूं, कोई जगह पे तो अच्छा बनेगा। ऐसा है ना भैया, अरुणाचल से तो आप मिनिस्टर है, कितना हमारा CM का जान गंवाना पड़ा अरुणाचल का, कितना पुलिस पर्सनल, मिलिट्री पर्सनल का जान गंवाना पड़ा। ठीक है, करना चाहिए, करना पड़ेगा, मगर वाटरवेज को हम लोग सही ढंग से काम में लगा सकता था तो ऐसा मुसीबत शायद हम लोग का नहीं आता, शायद नहीं आता। तो इसलिए इसको ढूंढना जरूरी है हर स्टेट को। और सबसे बड़ा बात है कि नॉर्थ ईस्ट ऐसा ही, हमारा कम्युनिकेशन सेक्टर पे इतना पैसा खर्चा होता है। मैं कल रात को शिवसागर में था, तो फिर आज सर ने बुलाया ये अच्छा प्रोग्राम के लिए, तो उसका भी एक मुंह था मेरा, तो उसको अटेंड करना है। कल आया, मेरा ऐसा लगा, ऐसा तो नाम में तो ऐसा है, ठीक है NH है, मगर जाइए तो आप NH है, शिवसागर से जोरहाट तक आइए एक दफे, कैसा लगता है थोड़ा सा। मगर मैं शिवसागर से गुवाहाटी तक कोई वेसल से आता तो मेरा ऐसा नहीं लगता, क्योंकि रोड तो ईश्वर का दिया हुआ है, उधर में तो बालू पत्थर गिराने का, बिटुमिन देने का कोई जरूरत है ही नहीं, कुछ है ही नहीं, बना हुआ रास्ता है, उसमें बस ट्रेवल करना है, रास्ता को ढूंढना है, कैसे जाऊं, किस तरफ जाऊं, बस इतना ही ढूंढना है। और इतना ढूंढने से हमारा जीवन भी बहुत अच्छा होगा, शायद अच्छा होगा। हमारा एक डिपार्टमेंट है, वो फिशरी डिपार्टमेंट, ये बेचारा लोग, मैंने बहुत अच्छा से जीवन बिताता है, मगर वो ऐसा मिट्टी पे नहीं आता है, वाटर में ही उसका रास्ता ढूंढ लेता है, पूरा जिंदगी बिता देता है। वाटरवेज हम लोग को चलने के लिए, अच्छा रहने के लिए बस जीवन देता है। इसमें सिर्फ ढूंढने का काम है, इसमें सिर्फ काम करने का जरूरत है। आप लोग बहुत सारे इन्वेस्टर, बहुत सारे इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट इधर में आया है, तो मेरा यही विनती रहेगा, नॉर्थ ईस्ट का हर स्टेट से ही लगभग हम लोग आया हूं, बांग्लादेश से, भूटान से अपना दोस्त वगैरह आया है, तो कुल मिल के अच्छा ढंग से कैसे एक अच्छा नेटवर्क बना सकता हूँ वाटरवेज में, वो देखना है। बस इतना ही मेरा निवेदन था आप लोग से। मैं फिर दोबारा मैं गर्व महसूस करता हूँ कि एक असम का नागरिक होते हुए अपना असम से ये शिपिंग एंड जो है वाटरवेज का दायित्व में हमारा सोनोवाल जी है, और वो अनेक का बाद ऐसा लग रहा है कि ठीक है, ये हमारा जो ये सेक्टर है इसका बहुत सारे डेवलपमेंट। मैं इसलिए बंदोपाध्याय जी को बोला हूँ कि आपको तो ऐसा ही असम का ही लगने लगा, क्योंकि मैं 4, 5, 6 ऐसा प्रोग्राम में आपका साथ मुलाकात हो ही गया। तो आप लोग ये कोशिश में है, तो इसलिए मैं मेरा तरफ से दिल से फिर दोबारा हमारा सोनोवाल जी को नमन करता हूँ। ऐसा ही आप सोचते रहिए तो नॉर्थ ईस्ट पीछे नहीं रहेगा, नॉर्थ ईस्ट जरूर आगे बढ़ेगा। ये बोलते हुए हर जितना आप लोग अंदर डायस ऑफ द डायस है, आप लोग को नमन करते हुए मेरा वक्तव्य को विराम देता हूँ।
धन्यवाद महोदय। Ladies and gentlemen, the Global Maritime India Summit 2023 is a premier maritime sector focused event to bring together pivotal figures from the industry to explore opportunities, understand challenges and stimulate investment within India's maritime sector. Building upon the legacy of its preceding editions of 2016 and 2021, this third edition of the summit aims to unveil broader prospects for domestic and international maritime stakeholders and investors. More than 100 countries and several delegates from them are expected to participate in the summit, with exhibitors and investors from various domains of the maritime sector. We now present to you an audio film on the Global Maritime India Summit 2023. Please take a look.
Of hope, a beacon of innovation, a port of progress. India's maritime sector, navigating the path to prosperity, has been a booming hub of growth and opportunities. The potential it holds is wider than the shores and deeper than the ocean. India's maritime sector has been a thriving hub of private investment for the past 25 years, driving growth and innovation. With liberal FDI norms, wide geography of free trade agreements, bilateral and multilateral treaties, and enabling acts and schemes, the focus is on global collaboration. In the recent years, numerous investors have made significant investments and collaborations in India's maritime sector, spanning across various areas. Additionally, Indian maritime investors are exploring global opportunities to diversify businesses.
बीते 6-7 साल में पोर्ट डेवलपमेंट और पोर्ट लेड डेवलपमेंट को लेकर जो काम हो रहा है, उससे देश को नई ताकत मिल रही है.
Already, the Sagarmala program is revolutionizing port-led developments through national and international collaborations. The Sagar Setu, National Logistics Portal Marine, has created an ecosystem for ease of doing business through seamless integration. India is spearheading advancement of regional trade and transit in BIMSTEC region. India is also driving establishment of 5,000 kilometers of multi-country eastern waterways network for economic rejuvenation and providing gateway to international north-south transport corridor through Chabahar Port. Beyond the trade and cargo, India's cruise industry has been growing at over 35% with various government initiatives to make India a key maritime tourism destination. Further, the maritime sector will provide investment avenues to drive sustainability with focus on carbon-neutral ports, hydrogen hubs and green ships in Indian shipyards. These initiatives will open up waves of maritime in the coming decades. With the legacy of Maritime India Summits in 2016 and 2021, which paved the way for transformative collaborations and advancements, India is all set for the third edition of Global Maritime India Summit 2023. Whether you're an investor, a technology provider, or a maritime professional, you can connect, collaborate, and create for greater growth. A platform where nations unite, opportunities abound, and the future of maritime sector takes the center stage. Join us at the Global Maritime India Summit 2023.
Can we have a big round of applause and welcome with open arms the third edition of the Global Maritime India Summit 2023 from the 17th to the 19th of October. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the immense potential of the northeastern states in terms of waterways has been a huge opportunity which can be explored and compelled for growth and development of the entire nation. We now present to you a video on the IWT in northeastern states. Please take a look.
देश में सदियों से नदियों, नहरों, बैकवाटर और खाड़ियों के रूप में अंतर्देशीय जलमार्गों का एक व्यापक नेटवर्क है, लेकिन समय के साथ उनका व्यावहारिक रूप से उपयोग बहुत कम हो गया था। इसका प्रमुख कारण विगत सदी में रेल और सड़क यातायात का अत्यधिक उपयोग भी है। देश में लगभग 14,500 किलोमीटर नौगम्य जलमार्ग हैं। अंतर्देशीय पोत परिवहन, नेविगेशन तथा अंतर्देशीय जलमार्गों के विकास और विनियमन के लिए 27 अक्टूबर 1986 में भारतीय अंतर्देशीय जलमार्ग प्राधिकरण अस्तित्व में आया। प्राधिकरण मुख्य रूप से पोत, पत्तन एवं नौवहन मंत्रालय भारत सरकार से प्राप्त वित्तीय अनुदान के आधार पर राष्ट्रीय जलमार्गों की बुनियादी ढांचे के विकास और रखरखाव के लिए परियोजनाएं कार्यान्वित करता है। वर्तमान में अंतर्देशीय जल परिवहन द्वारा प्रतिवर्ष लगभग 126 मिलियन टन कार्गो का परिवहन किया जाता है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने जलमार्ग परिवहन की महत्ता को समझते हुए देश में जलमार्गों का जाल बिछाने का निश्चय किया और 111 नए जलमार्ग बनाने की घोषणा की। इसमें प्रमुख रूप से उल्लेखनीय है राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 1 वाराणसी से हल्दिया, राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 2 सादिया से धुबरी, राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 16 बराक नदी पर, राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 4 आंध्र प्रदेश और राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 3 केरल। इसी कड़ी में इंडो बांग्लादेश प्रोटोकॉल रूट का भी विकास किया गया है, जो पड़ोसी देश बांग्लादेश के जलमार्गों के माध्यम से देश के उत्तर पूर्व के राज्यों को कोलकाता और हल्दिया के बंदरगाहों से जोड़ता है। कई दशकों से पूर्वोत्तर भारत उपेक्षित रहा है। पिछले 9 सालों में इस पूरे क्षेत्र पर ध्यान दिया गया और भारी निवेश किया गया है, जिससे यहां रोजगार की नई संभावनाएं बनी और विकास का एक नया दौर शुरू हुआ। राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 2 यानी NW2 ब्रह्मपुत्र नदी पर बनाया गया है, जिसकी लंबाई असम बांग्लादेश सीमा पर बसे शहर धुबरी और असम अरुणाचल प्रदेश के मुहाने पर बसा सादिया के बीच 891 किलोमीटर है। इस पूरे क्षेत्र में रो और रो पैक्स सेवा की शुरुआत की गई है। सुरक्षित नेविगेशन के लिए 4 ग्लोबल पोजिशनिंग सिस्टम DGPS स्टेशन धुबरी, जोगीघोपा, विश्वनाथ घाट और डिब्रूगढ़ और 12 फ्लोटिंग टर्मिनल हितसिंगीमारी, धुबरी, जोगीघोपा, जमुगुरी, तेजपुर, सिलघाट, विश्वनाथ घाट, नेमाती, सेंगजन, बोगीबिल, डिब्रूगढ़, ओकलैंड और उरियम घाट पर बनाया गया है और तेजपुर, नियामती एवं डिब्रूगढ़ में 6 पॉन्टून टर्मिनल का निर्माण कार्य प्रगति पर है। पांडु में मल्टी मॉडल टर्मिनल को राष्ट्रीय राजमार्ग 27 से जोड़ने के लिए एक एलिवेटेड रोड का भी निर्माण किया जा रहा है, जिसका शिलान्यास माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने विगत 13 जनवरी को किया था। अंतर्देशीय जलमार्गों द्वारा अंतरराष्ट्रीय व्यापार को और सुदृढ़ करने के लिए पांडु और धुबरी टर्मिनल की ऑपरेशन और मैनेजमेंट प्राइवेट लॉजिस्टिक्स ऑपरेटर को दे दिया गया है। इसके अतिरिक्त गुवाहाटी में मैरीटाइम स्किल डेवलपमेंट सेंटर फॉर नॉर्थ ईस्ट का भी संचालन शुरू हुआ है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने पांडु में शिप रिपेयर सेंटर का शिलान्यास भी किया है, जिसके कारण अब जहाजों की मरम्मत पांडु में ही की जाएगी। जोगी घोपा में 64 करोड़ रुपए की लागत से एक टर्मिनल का निर्माण किया जा रहा है। अपनी भौगोलिक स्थिति के कारण उत्तर पूर्वी भारत एक विशाल अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार के साथ व्यापार का अवसर प्रदान करता है, जिसमें चीन, म्यांमार, बांग्लादेश, मलेशिया, थाईलैंड, सिंगापुर, फिलीपींस, इंडोनेशिया और दूसरे पूर्वी एशियाई देश शामिल हैं। राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 2 एवं 16 अंतर्राष्ट्रीय बाजार में अपनी हिस्सेदारी को बढ़ाने में मील का पत्थर साबित होगा। उत्तर पूर्वी भारत को देश के अन्य भागों को जलमार्ग द्वारा जोड़ने के लिए NW2 के व्यापक इस्तेमाल की परिकल्पना बनाई गई है। 5 फरवरी 2022 को पटना से 200 टन खाद्यान्न MV लाल बहादुर शास्त्री से सुदूर उत्तर पूर्व में पांडु भेजा गया। ये जहाज NW1 के माध्यम से फरक्का, हल्दिया होते हुए इंडो बांग्लादेश प्रोटोकॉल रूट को पार करता हुआ गुवाहाटी के पांडु मल्टी मॉडल टर्मिनल पहुंचा। 16 फरवरी 2022 को फ्लोटिला राम प्रसाद बिस्मिल, DB कल्पना चावला एवं DB अब्दुल कलाम जहाजों ने टाटा स्टील का 1800 टन माल जलमार्ग द्वारा हल्दिया से पांडु पहुंचाया। हाल ही में राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 2 के माध्यम से भारतीय रेल, टाटा स्टील एवं नुमालीगढ़ रिफाइनरी के लिए ODC और OWC कार्गो का परिवहन हुआ, जो अपने आप में एक कीर्तिमान है। माजुली द्वीप में आवाजाही के लिए रोरो एवं रो पैक्स की सुविधा प्रदान की गई, जिसके कारण अब लगभग 400 किलोमीटर दूरी मात्र 12 किलोमीटर रह गई। इसी तरह राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 16 पर बसे करीमगंज को एक ट्रांसशिपमेंट हब के रूप में विकसित किया जा रहा है, ताकि पूर्वोत्तर राज्यों विशेषकर मणिपुर, मिजोरम, त्रिपुरा और मेघालय को देश के अन्य भागों से जलमार्ग द्वारा आसानी से जोड़ा जा सके। पड़ोसी देश म्यांमार के सितवे में कालादान नदी के मुहाने पर एक गहरे पानी के बंदरगाह का निर्माण किया गया है। माननीय पोत, पत्तन एवं जलमार्ग मंत्री श्री सर्बानंद सोनोवाल जी ने हाल ही में इस परियोजना का उद्घाटन किया। इस परियोजना का उद्देश्य भारत और म्यांमार के बीच होने वाले व्यापार के लिए बुनियादी ढांचे का निर्माण करना है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने 13 जनवरी को वाराणसी से गंगा विलास रिवर क्रूज को रवाना किया था, जो 50 दिन में बांग्लादेश होते हुए 3200 किलोमीटर की यात्रा पूरी कर डिब्रूगढ़ पहुंचा। इस यात्रा से पूर्वोत्तर में क्रूज टूरिज्म को एक नई दिशा मिली है। पूर्वोत्तर के दर्शनीय स्थलों को देखने और रिवर क्रूज का आनंद लेने के लिए अब साल भर देसी और विदेशी सैलानियों की गहमागहमी देखने को मिलेगी। राष्ट्रीय जलमार्ग 2 एवं 16 निसंदेह संभावनाओं का प्रवेश द्वार है और इनमें भारत के उत्तर पूर्वी क्षेत्र के व्यापार एवं वाणिज्य के परिदृश्य का काया पलट करने की असीमित क्षमता है।
Can we give a round of applause to the Honorable Minister Shri Sarbananda Sonowal Mahoday for his relentless effort in exploring the huge potential of his own state Assam and Northeast. Can we have another round of applause, please? Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Assam tea has a rich legacy of 200 years, and it produces 52% of India produce and 13% of the world produce. Well, since many years, the inland waterways plays a very significant role in transporting the Assam tea from our region to the rest of the world. And this year, Assam tea is celebrating its bicentennial year. In this regard, now may I invite the former Vice Chairman of Tea Board India, Sri Bidyananda Borkakote, to kindly come up on the dais and present the book 200 Years of Assam Tea 1823 to 2023 to our Honorable Union Minister Shri Sarbananda Sonowal Mahoday. Well, it's a proud moment for not only the people of Assam, the people of Northeast, but for the entire nation as Assam Tea completes its 200 years and celebrates the bicentennial year, starting from 1823 to 2023. Here, the former Vice Chairman of the Board of India is presenting the book 200 Years of Assam Tea. Dhanyabad Mahakar. Well now, ladies and gentlemen, may I take the honor of inviting the visionary leader who has set out with concrete steps and bold initiatives to bring his vision of transforming the waterways of our country and to project our nation in the world map. Amidst a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Honorable Union Minister of Ports, Shipping and Waterways and Ayush, Srijut Horbanando Khonwal Mohodoy, for his address.
Namaskar. I'm honestly asking all of you, are you feeling tired? Please let me know. Because realizing the condition of yours, I'll have to make my speech relevant to the situation. अगर आप सुनने के लिए तैयार है तो मैं बोलूं। Respected Senior Minister from the State Government of Assam, Shri Parimal Saklabadya ji, respected Senior Minister from Assam, Bimal Boraji, respected Minister from Arunachal Pradesh, Mama Nathungji, respected MLA and advisor, the Government of Nagaland, Temjen Menbaji, respected Secretary, Ministry of Port, Shipping, Waterways, T.K. Ramachandranji, respected Chairman, National Shipping Board, Sanjeev Ranjanji, respected Chairman, Inland Waterways Authority of India, Sanjay Bandyopadhyay, respected Muhammad Manwar Uz Jaman ji from the Government of Bangladesh, respected Mr. Purpa Tishing ji from the Royal Government of Bhutan, His Excellency Rahul Aminji from the Government of Bangladesh, and the official from the Government of India, and also the Government of Bangladesh and Royal Government of Bhutan, and also the state governments of Northeastern region, respected businessmen, ladies and gentlemen, and my media friends. Global Maritime India Summit 2023. For this particular event, we are organizing this beautiful roadshow, mainly to draw the attention of all of you. Please come forward, take part in the forthcoming this global event, based on maritime industry, maritime trade. And that is why we have extended our invitation to all the leading maritime nations of the world. All the maritime nations, whoever have been registered under International Maritime Organization, they have been invited to take part, as we did earlier in the two occasions, 2016 and 2021. We got tremendous response. And out of the involvement of those nations, under the dynamic leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, whatever exemplary transformation have taken place, you have all seen it, witnessed it, experienced it. I need not have to elaborate on this. Whatever growth we have achieved so far through the maritime trade, it is unique. And which has, I believe, given an important contribution to the growth of Indian economy and positioning India on the 5th largest economic position in the world. And that is why Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has always been inspiring us, telling us time and again and giving us specific direction by way of launching many more projects. The project like Sagarmala program. This program has given lot of scope for the private players to take part, and also the modern technology to be incorporated into the entire proceeding. In this particular program, Honorable Prime Minister has directed us that all the port of India must be modernized with the incorporation of modern technology, advanced technology, innovative technology, and make all the port globally standard and competent and performing. Then he has also directed us to develop the industrialization close to the port, port-led industrialization. Port should not be, industry should not be located far from the port. Let all the export-oriented item, goods should be manufactured close to the port so that there will be no hurdles in the communication and connectivity. So that the growth can be expedited. Growth can be made faster. The third, port-led connectivity enhancement. All the mode of connectivity, whether it is railway, road, all other related line departments should well incorporated into the port operational system, so that the user of the port have better access to all kind of the principle adopted by the government of India, ease of doing business, ease of handling the cargo. Then coastal community development. The whoever is living, residing on the coastal area, right from Gujarat to West Bengal, this side western coast, that is Arabian Sea, eastern Bay of Bengal, 7,500 kilometers. Coastal community development and holistic development of coastal district. All this kind of program has been incorporated, and in the last almost this Sagarmala program was launched in 2015, isn't it? And so far we have crossed 9 years time. 16, yeah, 16. Then from 16 to 2023, how it is almost 8 years. 8 years time, several kind of thousands youth have been skilled through modern institutional mechanism, and given the skill of the maritime business handling, maritime trade handling, maritime industry handling, port operation, all kind of relevant subject has been well put into the mechanism of training system. And as a result, they have been empowered, they become efficient enough to be an entrepreneurship and also to be a good employer and also efficient enough to get the employment. So this is how the ecosystem have grown up. And the last point, coastal and inland waters transport. The coastal, whatever coastal area we have, the coastal shipping should be enhanced. And also inland waterways, whatever available inland waterways we have in the country, so far under the dynamic leadership of Honorable Prime Minister, 111 rivers have been recognized as the national waterways. Considering the feasibility of those river systems, and as a result, huge kind of ecosystem in the waterways have come up, and as a result, the outcome of the entire approach, entire exercise was to make India self-reliant in many sectors, give a lot of confidence to the business houses, stakeholders involved into these maritime industry sectors. So I believe this is how India is growing faster. India is now, you can consider it one of the fastest growing maritime nation in the world. आप हाथ ताली नहीं लगाएंगे क्या? इसलिए मैंने आप लोगों को शुरुआत में यही सवाल की थी. अब तो थकी नहीं. अगर थकन पकड़ लिया तो हाथ चलता नहीं. हाथ चलता नहीं, कुछ नहीं चलता. अरे देश का इतनी बड़े विकास की एक खबर मैंने आप लोगों को दी, तो एक मुझे लगता है कि ये हमारे सबके लिए बड़े गर्व की बात है. देश के हर नागरिक को आज जिस हिसाब से मनोबल मिली है, जुनून, ताकत पैदा हुई है, वो भी संभव हुई है परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की कुशल नेतृत्व ने आज हमें ऐसे उजागर की है, ऐसे शक्ति दी है, जिसकी वजह से आज हमें लगने लगा है वी कैन विन द वॉर. हम दुनिया को जीत सकते हैं. हमारे काबिलियत हर सेक्टर में हम लोगों ने दिखाने में सफलता प्राप्त की है. तो इसलिए मैं यही चाहूंगा कि हमारे नॉर्थ ईस्ट और पड़ोसी हमारे जो दोस्ती जो जमाने से सदियों से है, बांग्लादेश, भूटान, नेपाल, हम चाहेंगे यही कि वो भी इस ग्लोबल मैरीटाइम इंडिया समिट में भाग ले. और हमारी जो भी बिजनेस हाउसेस है, पोर्ट ऑपरेटर्स है, आप लोगों का पास जो अनुभव है, क्रूज ऑपरेटर है, एमबी गंगा विलास की हमारे राज सिंह जी बैठे हुए हैं, और फुकन साहब भी है. कहां है फुकन साहब? हाँ, फुकन साहब, आप दोनों को बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. क्रूज इंडस्ट्री को आज जो ताकत मिली है और इसके जरिए जो रोजगार संभव हुई है देश में, क्योंकि हम अपने जलमार्ग को सही उपयोग करें, सही इस्तेमाल करें, खुद के लिए, समाज के लिए, देश के लिए और दुनिया के लिए. तो मुझे लगता है कि आज हमारे एक्जिम, ट्रेड, एक्सपोर्ट इंपोर्ट, कोस्टल शिपिंग, inland waterways, cargo vessel, passenger vessel and cruise vessels to have seamless movement in our available waterways. और इसलिए इस बार भी जैसे आप लोगों को मालूम हुई है कि हर कदम जो भी उठाए गए हैं इन दिनों में माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में, हमने जो सफलता प्राप्त की है. अब देख लीजिए G20 प्रेसिडेंसी, सिंघाई कोऑपरेशन ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, हर इंटरनेशनल इवेंट में जो हिंदुस्तान ने शक्ति दिखाने में सफलता प्राप्त की है. और आज हिंदुस्तान का विविधता जो है, जहां ताकत बैठा हुआ है, जहां शक्ति बसा हुआ है, जहां खूबसूरत, जहां नजरिया है, जहां मनोबल है, तो ऐसे ही एक दृश्य G20 प्रेसिडेंट के जरिए इस प्रेसिडेंसी में जो भी कार्यक्रम प्रस्तुत की गई है, 200 इवेंट इन द 60 लीडिंग सिटीज ऑफ द कंट्री, जिस हिसाब से आयोजन की गई है, तो आज दुनिया ने हिंदुस्तान को आविष्कार की है। हिंदुस्तान की हजारों साल की खूबसूरत हमारी सभ्यता, संस्कृति का जो आध्यात्मिक परंपरा का जो मूल्य है और हमारे देश का जो खूबसूरत नजरिया है, इनको आज दुनिया ने आविष्कार की है। 200 से अधिक अलग अलग स्थानों पे सभा अनुष्ठित हुई है और हर प्रदेश, हर केंद्र शासित इलाका में आज G20 समिट होने के वजह से आज हमारी 140 करोड़ आबादी भरा ये देश को दुनिया ने देखा है और उन्होंने बड़े आनंदित होकर हिंदुस्तान का गुणगान किया है। तो इसलिए मुझे लगता है कि हमें अगले दिनों में इसी शक्ति को आगे बढ़ाना होगा, इसी शक्ति को आगे बढ़ाना होगा। तो इसलिए जो ग्लोबल मैरीटाइम इंडिया समिट 2023 होने जा रहा है, तो हम यही चाहेंगे कि हमारे नई पीढ़ी यहां भाग ले और आप लोगों को भी, आप अनुभवी एक खिलाड़ी होने के नाते आप लोगों को भी हमारे नई पीढ़ियों को अनुभव जगाने के लिए आप लोगों को भी कदम उठाना होगा, सबका प्रयास। क्योंकि हम ग्लोबल मैरीटाइम इंडिया समिट के जरिए परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का लक्ष्य एक ही है, 1 अर्थ 1 फैमिली 1 फ्यूचर, 1 अर्थ 1 फैमिली 1 फ्यूचर। हर कार्यक्रम में परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का यही सोच रहे, दुनिया को हम कैसे एकत्रित करें, दुनिया की मानव समाज को कैसे हम बड़े खुशी से जीने के लिए एक माहौल पैदा करें। तो इसलिए एक ग्लोबल जो भी डेस्टिनेशन, जो भी विजन रखा गया है, तो मुझे लगता है कि हम सिर्फ बिजनेस ही नहीं करेंगे, बिजनेस का साथ साथ इंसानियत का भावना शक्तियों को हम विशेष रूप से मान्यता देंगे। बिजनेस तो होगा, लेन देन होगा, आदान प्रदान होगा, इंपोर्ट एक्सपोर्ट होगा, साथ साथ में जब भी हम दुनिया की 100 से अधिक मैरीटाइम नेशन एक साथ एक ही मंच पे भारत मंडपम, जो हमारे प्रगति मैदान का नया नाम प्रधानमंत्री ने जो दी है, भारत मंडपम, उसी स्थान पर हम जब एकत्रित होंगे तो दुनिया की लिए हर नेशन अपना चिंता व्यक्त करेंगे। क्योंकि आज जो ग्लोबल डेस्टिनेशन, जो टारगेटेड डेस्टिनेशन हमारे सबके लिए रखे गए हैं, क्योंकि दुनिया को जोड़ना है। परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो भी कदम उठाए, चाहे इंटरनेशनल डे ऑफ योगा, किसके लिए ये प्रस्ताव उन्होंने यूएनओ की जनरल असेंबली पे क्यों रखा? इसलिए रखा कि योग के जरिए दुनिया के मानव समाज को निरोगी रखना होगा, सुस्वास्थ्य रखना होगा, तंदुरुस्त रखना होगा, और योग के जरिए हम मानव समाज को जोड़ना होगा, समाज को मजबूत करना होगा। यही तो सबसे बड़ा इंसानियत का धर्म है। ये काम हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने की है। तो इसलिए हमें दिशा स्पष्ट मिली है, सफल बनाना ही होगा। और आज मुझे अच्छा लगा, बांग्लादेश, भूटान और हमारे जो भी नॉर्थ ईस्ट की 8 प्रदेश, हमारे माननीय मंत्री अरुणाचल प्रदेश से है, एमएलए साहब है, नागालैंड से सीएम का प्रतिनिधि बन के आए हैं, और हमारे अलग अलग सिक्किम का हो, मणिपुर का हो, मिजोरम का हो, हर प्रदेश से, त्रिपुरा हो, हर प्रदेश से अधिकारी लोग आए हैं। मैं सभी नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट की हमारे जनप्रतिनिधि का साथ साथ हमारे जो भी अधिकारी आए हैं सबको मैं हृदय से स्वागत करता हूं, और हमारे बांग्लादेश और भूटान से आई हुए माननीय प्रतिनिधि को मैं हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं और स्वागत भी करता हूं। अच्छा, यहां मुझे एक सवाल करनी है, आपको अगर बुरा ना लगे तो। मैं आप लोगों को विशेष रूप से यहां हमारे बीच परम आदरणीय महिला कोई बिजनेस हाउस है, कोई महिला इस सेक्टर में, मैरीटाइम सेक्टर में जुड़े हुए कोई एनी वुमेन एंटरप्रेन्योर्स है क्या? है कोई है? अच्छा अच्छा, हाँ हाँ हाँ, अंतरा जी है हमारी सेक्टर में, लाइक रिवर क्रूज में अंतरा जी है। मैं स्वागत करता हूं, क्योंकि हम चाहते हैं कि महिला भी आगे आए, क्योंकि आज महिला सशक्तिकरण के सिलसिले में जो भी सफलता हमने प्राप्त की है माननीय मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में, हर सेक्टर में आज महिला ने अपनी शक्ति दिखाने में सफलता प्राप्त की है। इस सेक्टर में भी आप आ जाइए, हम चाहेंगे कि वो भी आए और भागीदारी बने। जन भागीदारी, जन आंदोलन, देश के अंदर जन भागीदारी अगर सब देशवासी बन जाए तो जन आंदोलन हो जाता है, और जन आंदोलन होता है तो इसका सभी दूर दूर से लोग देखने लगता है। इसका रोशनी दुनिया के अलग अलग प्रांतों पर चले जाते हैं, जिस रोशनियों से लोगों को मनोबल मिलता है, साहस मिलता है, जुनून मिलता है और शक्ति मिलता है, और सकारात्मक सोच मिलती है। सकारात्मक सोच बहुत बड़े गुण होते हैं। अगर हमारे मन सकारात्मक, अगर पॉजिटिव रहे तो हम किसी भी माहौल पे अपने आप को संभाल सकते हैं। तो उसी दिशा पर हमें चलना होगा। मुझे नहीं ज्यादा बोलना है, मुझे मालूम है आप लोग थके हुए हैं, लंबे समय तक अपने भाषण सुनते सुनते। मैं भी कभी कभी बैठता हूं ना आप लोगों का जैसे बीच में, तो लंबे जब सभा चलते हैं 2-2.5 घंटा भाषण सुनते सुनते तो थकन पकड़ लेते हैं। तो इससे बचने के लिए 5 मिनट का योगा है। इससे बचने के लिए हमारे आयुष मंत्रालय की तरफ से हमने 5 मिनट्स का वाइब्रेक ऐप ऐसा डेवलप की है, सिर्फ 5 मिनट का आसन, प्राणायाम और ध्यान अपने जगह जगह जहां आप बैठे हैं वहां आप कर सकते हैं 5 मिनट का। तो क्या होगा? डिस्ट्रेस होगा, थकान को भगाएगा, वो रिफ्रेश होगा, अंदर में सिर्फ जुनून पैदा होगा, उत्साह पैदा होगा और अपने काम में रिफोकस होगा। ये 3 शक्ति मिलते हैं। डिस्ट्रेस, क्या बोला? डिस्ट्रेस, हाँ, रिफ्रेश एंड refocus. These are the 3 important achievements you could extract out of practicing 5-minute yoga in your office room or in your location wherever you are working, even sitting in your chair. This is the tricks we have given to the human world. It is possible only through our dynamic Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. तो इसलिए दुनिया ने आज इसको पकड़ लिया है। Body, mind and soul, when it is get integrated holistically, then you become powerful, fresh and energetic and beautiful by mind and action and thought. ठीक है, मैं समाप्त करता हूं। आप सबको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। शुरुआत से आज सभा को आप लोगों ने संचालन करने के लिए जो भी सहयोग की है, पत्रकार बंधुओं को भी मैं बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं। আপোনালোকলৈ बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। আৰু নিশ্চিতভাৱে আজি অসম চৰকাৰ, অৰুণাচল চৰকাৰ আৰু নাগালেণ্ড চৰকাৰৰ জনপ্ৰতিনিধি আহি, মাননীয় মন্ত্ৰীসকলে আহি যিখিনি সহায় কৰিলে, ভূটান গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট আৰু বাংলাদেশ গভৰ্ণমেণ্ট, বাকী অন্যান্য ৰাজ্যৰ আৰু 3গৰাকী আমাৰ জ্যেষ্ঠ বিষয়া, আমাৰ টি কে ৰামচন্দ্ৰন ডাঙৰীয়া আৰু বন্দ্যোপাধ্যায় ডাঙৰীয়া আৰু সঞ্জীৱ ৰঞ্জন ডাঙৰীয়া, আমাৰ মন্ত্ৰালয়ৰ তিনিগৰাকী জ্যেষ্ঠ বিষয়া আৰু সকলো ইয়াতে অন্যান্য বিষয়া সকলো আছে। মই পোৰ্ট শিপিং ৱাটাৰৱেজ মন্ত্ৰালয়ৰ তৰফৰ পৰা আপোনালোক সকলোকে আন্তৰিকতাৰে कृतज्ञता और धन्यवाद जनाइछु। मैं अपने मंत्रालय की तरफ से पोर्ट शिपिंग वाटरवेज भारत सरकार की तरफ से आप सबको हृदय से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देता हूं और आप लोग ऐसे ही बने रहिए और नॉर्थ ईस्ट को देखिए बड़े तेज से विकास के रास्ते पर ले जाने के लिए परम आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने पिछले 9 साल निरंतर उन्होंने जो सहयोग की है, जो आशीर्वाद दी है, जो उन्होंने मार्गदर्शन दी है, इसके लिए मैं एक नॉर्थ ईस्टर्नर होने के नाते, नॉर्थ ईस्ट में पैदा हुए हूं, नॉर्थ ईस्टर्नर होने के नाते नॉर्थ ईस्ट के सारे प्रदेश की तरफ से, जनता की तरफ से माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करना चाहता हूं। और उन्होंने आज नॉर्थ ईस्ट को दुनिया में अपना पहचान बनाने के लिए उन्होंने ही मौका दिया है, तो इसलिए वो हमेशा हमारे लिए आदर्श एक नेता है, आदर्शवादी नेता है। और साथ साथ में मैं फिर से सभी यहां पार्टिसिपेंट को धन्यवाद देते हुए मैं अपने वाणी को विराम देता हूं। आई कंक्लूड माय स्पीच। आई होप दैट दिस पर्टिकुलर इवेंट विल इंस्पायर अस टू गेट वेल कनेक्टेड विद द फोर्टकमिंग मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इवेंट, ग्लोबल मैरीटाइम इंडिया समिट 2023। थैंक यू। जय हिंद।
Dhanyabad Mahakhay. Under your able leadership, sir, the National Waterways has seen a phenomenal growth and remarkable statistics that signal India's ascension as a global maritime power. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with this we have come to the end of this session. I once again extend a warm welcome to the Honorable Union Minister, sir, for his inspiring presence and motivating words. I thank everyone present here for your presence and for making this a success. I would request again everyone present to kindly rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा, विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा, तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मांगे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता, जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you everyone. We will now take a break for lunch for about half an hour and will assemble again for the last session of the day. Thank you.
जो है ना बढ़िया